the NBA playoffs on NBC.
Christian Javier brings it. There it goes! Swanson touches one off. 5-0 Atlanta here in the fifth. 6 seconds. Murray hits it downfield. It is caught. It is caught. DeAndre Hopkins.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Louis Sports Network here on this Easter Sunday. Happy Easter to everybody. Hope everybody is having a wonderful Easter weekend. We are doing baseball today so far for the first part. Shout out to Jared, first one in the building. Go Yankees. Make sure to hit the like, hit that subscribe. Make sure to share on your social media platforms. Yankee fans in the building, first one there is Jared, so salute to you. Any Orioles fans in the building, please let me know. Before we get started, guys, make sure to hit the like, make sure to hit that subscribe, make sure to share. We got Nelson Cortez going up against Bruce Zimmerman of the Baltimore Orioles. Yankees won last night by the score of 5-4. And also right now Hicks has been – obviously Aaron Hicks has been hitting the ball well. The Yankees lost the first game to the Orioles in dramatic fashion, 2-1 in 10 innings after Aroldis Chapman walked in the game-winning run. But the Yankees 5-4 on the season and looking to win the rubber game of the three-game set. It is one game tied apiece, and so they're looking to win this game as we get ready and we get set. Yankees starting lineup. We got Aaron Hicks, the center fielder, batting leadoff. We got Aaron Judge, the right fielder, batting second. Make sure that everybody can hear me.
A little bit of a chillier day.
Josh Donaldson is batting third in the lineup. We have Giancarlo Stanton batting cleanup, DJ LeMahieu batting fifth, Gleyber Torres batting sixth, Kyle Higashioka, the catcher, batting seventh, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa batting eighth, the shortstop, and we got LaCastro, the left fielder, batting ninth. Yeah, it was Tim LaCastro. I got it right. Hit the like, make sure to hit that subscribe, make sure to share.
AAA today.
And they'll take their swings off the left-hander Bruce Zimmerman. This was last year. Made
all right, 14 starts,
13 of which were starts.
4-5 record, 5.04 ERA, 64 in the third innings, 22 walks, 56 strikeouts, 14 home runs allowed. Opponents hitting 291 off of him last year, so gets hit pretty well.
Finished the year strong and off to a wonderful start this year. There's his first start of the year, April 11th against Milwaukee, 4 shutout innings, and we'll take a look at what Bruce Zimmerman likes to do with his arsenal. This is
what does he like to do?
By Google Cloud.
Here's the StatCast.
Fastball about 42% of the time.
Throws mostly four-seam fastballs. Throws a changeup a lot too, and we got slider and change.
Curveball, the best swing and miss pitch that he has. And opponents only hit 139
off the curveball. Wow. So slider 18% of the time. Curveball 13%.
Hope for Zimmerman today is in the 5-inning, 85-pitch range, which would be a good mark to get to in the second.
Looks like this is the Baltimore broadcast.
4 innings and 66 pitches for Bruce in a home opener. The game the Orioles won 2-0.
Oh, they won 5-2. My bad. Yeah. You're right. I accidentally said 5-4. I meant to say 5-2. So you're right. Thank you for correcting me.
2 games, 4 in another, 1 in another. And then that shutout. So they pitched.
All right, we got Austin Hayes, we got McKenna at center, Trey Mancini at right, Gutierrez at third, Jose Mateo at short, Chris Owings at second base, Ryan Mountcastle at first, Chirinos doing the catching, and Zimmerman doing the pitching for the Baltimore Orioles and the Baltimore Orioles defense.
Behind home plate for the Orioles.
First start of the year for McKenna, Cedric Mullins will get a day off, at least on the starting
I thought
lineup.
Mullins will be playing today, but he's not.
18 position players in the starting lineups for these teams today. 16 right-handers and 2 switch hitters. This is one of the switch hitters in Hicks. So it'll be
Here's Aaron Hicks leading off for the Yankees. Here's the windup by Zimmerman in the pitch. Hicks hits it deep to center field. Going back, and it's going to be caught by McKenna, stumbling, and he makes the play for the first out.
Before we can even
One away.
gusty and windy it is
And it is windy today in Camden Yards, by the way.
The wind looks like it's blowing from right field to left field, but that ball slicing hard back.
That ball sliced over to right center field. Dang, I thought Aaron Hicks got a good one on that one, but he is out for the first out of the inning on the very first pitch he sees. So, heck of a play by McKenna at center field.
Sometimes the bat not quite up to what the defense is, but you put him in the outfield, he can play the outfield with anyone.
Well, right now the wind is at 17 miles an hour.
All right, here's the pitch to Aaron Judge. Off the plate, ball one.
Anyway, and it feels a lot blusterier than that. There are the flags right now on a 52-degree day. Sunny and very windy, so fly balls are going to be an adventure.
All right, here's the 1-0.
First start of the
year. It is going to be a strike.
He is tested on the first pitch he sees as Zimmerman throws strike one to Aaron Judge.
All right, so the count is 1-1. Judge, 281 average, 1 home run, 1 RBI, OPS of 830 right now this season. Here's the 1-1. Off the plate, 2-1.
Fastball's a little bit lower to start, 89-90 for Zimmerman, who's been hit very hard by Aaron Judge in his career. 3 for 4.
All right, here's the 2-1 to Judge. Check swing, did he go? Umpire says he did, so that's going to be strike 2.
And Mark Ripperger says it's strike 2.
And you're going to see a lot of that. You're going to see fastball away, then you're going to see that changeup come out of the same arm slot in the same location.
I want to know who's that talking from the Baltimore broadcast.
Leak down and away.
Something tells me I've heard him before, but I'm not just sure who that is.
Judge 1 for 3 yesterday, walked.
As you guys can hear, Judge won it in at 3 at-bats. Here's the 2-2. Judge fouls it off. Still 2-2. Let me know if you guys can hear the audio.
Judge, a pinch hitter in the opening game for Aaron Boone, who has shifted his regulars. Days of rest for LeMahieu in this series, for Judge, for Rizzo, and Gallo today.
All right, here's the windup in the pitch.
And tried to paint the outside.
He tried to paint that corner, but it was off the plate, so the count is full and now at 3-2.
Zim was walking around the mound. He thought he had a strikeout right here. Look where Torino sets up on the outside corner, exactly where it is delivered. Maybe a ball off the outside corner, but doesn't get the call.
Here's the windup in the pitch. Low, and Judge is going to draw a walk to start.
Yankees come in at 5-4 on the year, tied for first place with the Blue Jays in the American League East.
Look at that. We're tied with the Blue Jays, considering it's only been 9 games so far.
His fourth year with the Orioles, bundled up.
Yeah, we had a little change of weather last night. Not only did it rain, it hailed there for a while.
All right, so Judge draws a walk,
delays
and that's going to bring up Josh Donaldson.
Rain delay in the start, hail delay in the 5th, and in total, an hour and 15 minutes worth of.
Weren't there 2 rain delays? I think there were 2 rain delays.
3 hours,
last
26
night.
Minutes. So
there were 2 of them.
Final pitch was at 11:46. Quick turnaround for today's series finale.
Here's the pitch.
Josh Donaldson, the batter, and Zimmerman starts him with a called strike changeup.
And that was the pitch. I thought the biggest pitch for Zim when he opened up against Milwaukee here at home. He was pretty much able to land that changeup just about in any situation, any count he wanted to.
Donaldson hitting 222 right now so far in the season. Judge at first. Top of the first inning here in Camden Yards. Here's the pitch, and late, and it's going to be down the left field line, but it's going to be foul. So its count is now 0-2.
Josh Donaldson,
so we have
his
1
first
out.
Yankee home run yesterday, his 10th career at Oriole Park.
So Donaldson went deep.
3 for 9 in the series, double, a home run,
hitting,
a walk, a couple of strikeouts.
Hitting 333 right now in this series. So a double, a home run, a couple strikeouts. Career 284 hitter here at Camden Yards with 10 home runs.
Field microphones. It's Augusta.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is the 0-2 from Zimmerman, and it's going to be low, and the count is now 1-2.
Yeah, these are the tough days for the pitchers because the feel of the baseball, the ball feels kind of slick. When it's cool out and the wind's blowing like it is, you see Zim trying to rub it up, and you hope you're sweating just enough to maybe you get a little moisture on your hands where you can feel the baseball a little bit more, but these are tough days.
Yeah. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the top of the first inning.
Judge at first after the walk.
Here's the pitch. Curveball fouled off.
Away by Donaldson.
You can tell with the break it was a curveball.
Well, given Major League Baseball's immense crackdown on so-called sticky stuff, foreign substances last year, I'd imagine that this might be an even tougher condition under which to pitch in the wind. Crackdown on what for a lot of folks was spider tack and something illegal, but so many pitchers, talking to Tyler Wells about this before the game, so many pitchers have just used something. People use sunscreen, rosin.
Interesting.
Harder to grip the baseball this year. Some folks.
All right, here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss as he gets him out in front with the changeup, and that's going to be the second out of the inning as Donaldson is out on strikes. 2 away.
Josh Donaldson got his feelings hurt on this one. This is a really good changeup. Watch this thing bottom out. And Josh Donaldson's been on time with the fastball. He did his home run yesterday, a 2-run shot with a fastball, but he's been kind of off on the off-speed pitches and a really good changeup to set him down. Yeah, I mean, look, that kind of stuff's been around for years, for 100 years of baseball. You know, when it's always been cool out, pitchers have always used something. Before we even knew about spin rates and how to spin a baseball and high RPMs, pitchers used a little bit of tackiness just to be able to control the baseballs on days like this. And for the most part,
and we got a ball to Giancarlo Stanton, number 4 hitter for the New York Yankees, batting cleanup today.
Velocity fastball, then all of a sudden be throwing 95 and not knowing where it's going. You know, then we got into what we found out were the technology of spin rates. And, of course, you know, we're on pace last year for the lowest batting average, you know, in the history of Major League Baseball. And so the commissioner
Here's the pitch. Fouled off, strike one.
Okay, no more sticky stuff if you are using it. And it changed it. But, yeah, and pitchers have had to adapt. You know, and you saw the spin rates go down a little bit during the season last year. But then if you look at this year, they're starting to tick back up in some ways. So, you know, guys did a lot of work in the pitching labs and tried to figure out ways to still spin the ball.
All right, we got a 1-1 count. Aaron Judge at first, top of the first. Stanton hitting 294, snapped over the first, but Judge gets back.
There's Garrett Cole, who we will not see in this series. Pitcher who got himself into some spin rate controversy last year. Not talking about sticky.
Here's the 1-1. And it's upstairs, ball 2.
Called out Garrett Cole last season, and then the Yankees traded for Donaldson this year.
How'd that go? Those two guys had to make up pretty quick. And, you know, supposedly, you know, they had a little chit-chat, a little discussion about it. Everything's good, and they're teammates now, and they're on the same team. So all that's over with. But, yeah, Josh kind of called out Garrett Cole about his spin rates, how they drastically went down.
All right, 2-1 count, 2 outs, top of the first. Snapped over the first again by Zimmerman, and once again, Judge gets back.
But there is some rosin, and there's 2 different types of rosin bags behind Bruce Zimmerman on the mound. So there's one that's pretty much a powder, and the other one's got a little rosin in them. There's a good look at them. One's more of probably a little bit more of a tacky feel to it than the other one.
Here's a 2-1. And it's hit, third base.
And that's a scoreless first inning.
Gutierrez throws it over to second. And they get the force. No runs, no hits, a walk, 1 man left on base. Headed to the bottom of the first. It is a scoreless game. Nelson Cortez up to the mound for the Yankees, and the Orioles are coming up to bat. So let's go to the Baltimore starting lineup. Austin Hayes at leadoff. Ryan Mountcastle batting second, the first baseman. Trey Mancini, the right fielder, batting third. Santander, the DH, is batting fourth. Ryan McKenna, the center fielder, batting fifth. Chirinos, the catcher, is batting sixth. Chris Owings, the second baseman, batting seventh. We got Gutierrez, the third baseman, is batting eighth. And we got Mateo, the shortstop, is batting ninth for the Baltimore Orioles. And they will be opposed by Nelson Cortez for the Yankees. And once again, ESPN, as usual, trying to do their little updates. But pretty much trying to make sure that their updates are getting in. Folks, if you have not hit the like button as of yet, make sure to hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well for the Louis Sports Network. I give baseball content, football content, basketball content, and do live streams. I've also uploaded short videos. And so always try to do the very best and always giving the latest and greatest content as possible. Once again, hope that everybody is having a happy Easter. Make sure you guys are enjoying yourselves and definitely do the very best to spend time with your loved ones on this Easter Sunday, whether you're going to church or anything that you're doing in terms of family-oriented. Hope everybody is blessed. being safe,
Not hitting leadoff
and enjoying
for the
time with their
Orioles. Cedric
families.
Mullins gets his first day off of the season, though certainly he's available to pitch in off the bench.
So basically, Mullins has played the first 9 games of the season, but finally.
Instead, the Orioles
So Anthony
are
Santander,
right-handed.
Robinson
The Orioles
Chirinos,
are
Kelvin
right-handed,
Gutierrez,
say that
and Jorge
5 times
Mateo.
fast. Against Nestor Cortez, Hayes into the leadoff spot. Santander getting on base a ton. He'll bat fourth.
Sitting 5, has a 500 on base percentage this season, tied for 5th in the American League. That's good for 5th so far.
Cortez, the
Here's Cortez, 22 games, 14 starts.
Year.
Is off to a very good start this year.
Cortez
Last year, 2-3 record, 2.90 ERA, 93 innings, 25 walks, 103 strikeouts in 93 innings, 14 home runs allowed, and opponents hit 217. Pitch, inside out swing.
Well, Nestor Cortez has figured it out as of late. Did not make this Yankee team out of
So
spring
Austin
training
Hayes
last
inside
year,
out
but was
swing
called
foul
a month or so later in the
So
year.
it's an 0-2
was
count
one of the
quickly.
biggest surprises for the Yankees last year. And
against
now, including
Toronto
his
in a
start
no
the other day,
decision, 4 in the
has
third,
gone
3
10
hits,
straight
had 5
starts going back to
strikeouts,
last year, giving up 3
3
runs
hits allowed.
or less in all 10.
Cortez working on Austin Hayes, the
All right,
Orioles
here's
leadoff
Hayes.
hitter.
Yeah, Cortez, a former 36th round draft pick out of high school. Boy, he really bounced around.
All right, here's the wind up by Cortez and the pitch upstairs, and the count is 1-2.
Cortez, who was picked by the Yankees, selected by the Orioles in the Rule 5, and now Benny's back with the Yankees.
Yes, there's his pitch arsenal. See, he got the
Four-seam fastball. He's got a cutter, slider, changeup, and sinker. So he throws more cutters and sliders with the four-seam fastball. All right, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he gets him swinging with a strikeout on the cutter for the first out of the inning as Hayes strikes out.
Cutter too, just above the zone. It looked like Kyle Higashioka, the catcher, wanted that ball more down, but it's up and center, and Austin Hayes can't get a piece of it.
Nice.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a while.
All right, so we get a strikeout. By the way, you want to know what team I'm repping?
Orioles selected him in a Rule 5 draft, and he only
there
had
it
a
is.
couple appearances with the Orioles.
NYY, baby. New York Yankees.
He was traded over to Seattle, and they kind of gave up on him, and the Yankees took a shot on him.
Here's the windup in the pitch. Mountcastle. And lobs it just over the second baseman into right field for a base hit.
Gleyber Torres saw that right away. As
Mountcastle gets himself with a bloop single with 1 out.
Yeah, there's no doubt he didn't pick it up because his first reaction was to come in. It's a cutter up, kind of gets in on the hands of Mountcastle. He fights it off. But the second baseman, Gleyber Torres, took a few steps in, and he's got his sunglasses on for the glare. But watch him. See him come in right there. He hesitates, then he realizes the ball's over his head.
That was a little mistake. I mean, he misread it. It's okay. I mean, we make mistakes. You just hope that this doesn't turn into a big inning. And Cortez didn't even get here.
Second hit of the series, 2 for 9 with a walk.
Here's the snap throw to first by Cortez.
Sling one over on him.
Throws it over to DJ LeMahieu, who's playing first.
Here's Trey Mancini, Cortez's old teammate with the 2018 Orioles for a brief period of time. And a slider from Cortez low.
Yeah, Cortez's fastball, not high velocity. It's going to top out at about 91. The cutter's at 85. Slider and changeup as well. But he's got a lot of deception. You talk to hitters, they say they just don't really pick the ball up that well.
Right.
Like he hides it pretty good, and all of a sudden it just jumps on.
All right, and the pitch off the plate, and the count is now 2-0.
A lot better than that, and the proof is in the opponent's batting average. Not very often you see a 90, 91 mile an hour fastball, and opponents only hit 196 off of it, but that's what they did off of his fastball last year.
2-0 for Mancini. 3 for 9, 3 strikeouts in the series.
Trey Mancini at the plate.
Still
runner on
first home run.
Here's the 2-0 upstairs. 3-0.
Look at Cortez, nice and simple. Watch how he hides the ball, kind of stays back behind him. A little bit of a short arm stroke. He'll change pace a little bit. He'll slide step, high leg kick. Even the wind-up position, he'll kind of hesitate a little bit.
All right, and we have a strike.
Anything to throw the hitter's timing off.
And with nobody on base, you will see him really mess around with the delivery.
Hey, shout out to Yesuski, man. Happy Easter to you, man. What's up? What's going on?
3-1 to Trey.
Here's a 3-1. That's low, and that's going to be ball 4. Take your base as Trey Mancini gets on with 2 on, 1 out.
Mancini a walk, only his second walk of the season. And the Orioles have something cooking in the first.
here is the Yankee defense behind 27-year-old Nestor Cortez. Tim LeCastro out in left field. Aaron Hicks in center. Aaron Judge over in right field. Your double play combination, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, Gleyber Torres, Josh Donaldson back over at third, DJ LeMahieu, who had the day off yesterday.
LeCastro at left, Hicks at center, base. Judge at right, Donaldson, Falefa, Torres, and DJ LeMahieu in the infield.
For Anthony Rizzo, the usual first baseman.
Higashioka doing the catching, Cortez doing the pitching.
Here's Santander.
So Anthony Santander. Oh, that's how you pronounce it. I called him Santander, but Santander. Okay. 304 average, 1 home run, 1 RBI. Has reached base in every single game. OPS of 978.
On base percentage.
So unless you know he gets on base. Happy Easter to Yesterski. What's going on?
First 8 games, Santander has 7 hits. He also has 7 walks. He's the first Oriole with 7 hits and 7 walks in his first 8 games. It's 2008. Both Nick Markakis and Brian Roberts.
Orioles are 7 for 77 with runners in scoring position so far this year.
I see Will Clark on that list and Brady Anderson on that list as well back in 97.
Santander with a 304 average. Cortez throws up the plate on the 0-2.
For Cortez,
and that's going to be a ball.
Yeah, Nestor Cortez, normally really good control. 93 innings pitched last year. He struck out 103 and only walked 25. So 4-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. And only 75.
Here's the pitch. And it's going to be fouled off, strike 2.
Well, the last time Cortez pitched here, September the 15th of
Anonymous was good, bro. Was good.
1 run, 3 hits.
Long time no see.
Struck out a career high 11 and only walked 2.
Shout out to Ryan. Appreciate the support.
2 starts against the Orioles last year, struck out 18 in 12 innings and gave up just 2 earned runs.
Jameson Tyon.
1-2 counts as
very similar
Santander. See, I don't like pronouncing it like that. Santander.
2 on for Santander.
Santander, excuse me. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be off the plate, 2-2.
No doubt, the pitchers have had their way in this series. It's hard to believe only a combined 10 runs scored in 2 games.
No doubt, no doubt.
Jameson Tyon had a nice outing yesterday for the Yankees.
A 2-2.
Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss. Cortez gets them all strikes.
Second punch out for Cortez.
That is going to be the second out of the inning, 2 away.
No doubt where Nestor Cortez is going when he gets in trouble. You know, he's got the full arsenal of pitches, but he loves that pitch right there, the cut fastball. And this is backdoor. You kind of give up on it. You see it off the plate. He links it right back over the outside part of the plate.
All right, so Cortez gets strikeout number 2.
Seen some pretty nasty cutters on this homestand. Most notably Corbin Burns in Milwaukee, who went 7 scoreless.
All right, he's going to bring up Ryan McKenna, 183 average in 90 games last year. 2 home runs, 14 RBIs for the Baltimore Orioles.
In his own right.
No, you pitched to a 2.9 ERA in the American League East.
Here's a pitch,
last year.
And that's going to be ball. My man says Dodgers all day. You already know what it is, man. Salute to your Dodgers. With me, Yankees all day. I already know what it is.
This is a Yankee pitching staff that is doing it so far this year. Number 1 pitching staff in the American League.
Really? The Yankees getting it done with pitching?
Ryan McKenna.
Here's the 1-0. Runners on first and second, and that's going to be off the plate.
First start of the season for Ryan, who's been with the team since opening day. Has played in now 6 out of 9 games, but only has 2 plate appearances. And strikeouts in both.
Here's the pitch. Off the oh, that's a strike. Looked like a little off, but he got the call. Strike 1.
Just a day off for Cedric Mullins. Just a day off for Ramon Urias as well. Brandon Hyde reminding us before the game, it was a shortened spring training for hitters, too. They had to ramp up a little more quickly, not just the pitchers.
All right, here's the 2-1. Strike. Strike 2. Cortez is already at 20 pitches, so he's had to work a little harder.
Has always wanted to get him in the lineup more. It's been hard to do so with Mullins and Hayes, Santander. Orioles have been deep at outfield, deep there in the minor leagues as well. McKenna gets a
Here's the
chance
2-2.
And he hits a
Hit.
ground ball to third.
Ground ball over to third.
Scooped up by
Donaldson fields it over to first. And LeMahieu leans over and gets the catch for the play. So runners on first and second. The Orioles get no runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 men left on base after the out. So at the end of 1, headed to the top of the second, it is scoreless, 0-0. Now, for the Yankees, we have DJ LeMahieu, Gleyber Torres, and Kyle Higashioka. So that is the 5, 6, 7 hitters of the Yankees coming up here in the top of the second. For the Orioles, it'll be Chirinos, Chris Onings, and Gutierrez. So that'll be 6, 7, 8 because the Orioles sent 5 men to the plate. The Yankees sent 4. So right now we're doing 5, 6, 7. Appreciate that, Anonymous, man. Appreciate that as always, man. I will be doing Dodger game. Well, I did do a Dodger game on Friday, but not a lot of people showed up to the stream. So, back on my Yankees. Going to be doing Mets games again. Oh, actually, the next baseball game I'm actually going to be doing is going to be the Mets and the Giants. So make sure you guys come up with that stream. Shout out to my Mets fans and shout out to Giants fans as well. I'm going to be doing that next. In terms of basketball tonight, it's going to be the Pelicans and the Suns I will be doing at 9 o'clock. Right now, the Hawks are playing the Heat. But in the meantime, let's look at some of the games that are going to be going on today. Washington is going to be playing Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is in Washington. We got Boston at Minnesota. They're finishing this is the third of their 4-game set. Oakland is playing Toronto. The Mets are playing Arizona. San Francisco is in Cleveland. Philly is in Miami. Oh, no, Washington's in Pittsburgh. Wait, Minnesota can't be in Boston? They are in Boston? Oh, that's right. Yeah, they are in Boston because tomorrow is Patriots Day. So they because their game is at 11 o'clock tomorrow. Philly's in Miami. Tampa Bay are playing the White Sox at 2:10. St. Louis is playing Milwaukee at 2:10. Angels.
So the game is David Bowers of Dundalk, Maryland.
So the Angels are playing Texas. They're in Texas. Chicago's going to play Colorado at Coors Field at 3. Cincinnati is at the Dodgers at 4:10. Houston is in Seattle at 4:10 as well in Seattle. And then finally, the Braves and the Padres, who are both 5-5 on the season. Detroit and Kansas City got canceled due to rain. Here's the roster moves. John Means is on the 60-day DL with left elbow sprain. Alexander Wells has got option to AAA Norfolk. And Marcos Diplin, no selected contract. He is also from Norfolk AAA.
Little typo. The one too many letters. Anyway, Alexander Wells option, Marcos Diplin selected.
Here's DJ LeMahieu up at the plate
for a couple of days. So Diplin is here as a fresh arm.
Oh, I said it right. It's
obviously the big news, Ben, is the confirmation of what we had feared, what Brandon Hyde had alluded to, that John Means will be out for an extended period of time.
Here's a pitch. Got to be a strike by Zimmerman.
Obviously, at least 60 days. And probably going to be more than that, And we keep hearing that it's just
LeMahieu hitting 280,
or strain or
1 home run, 2 RBIs. Off to a better start this year than last year.
It just takes a while because you got to totally shut down. You got to let it heal up.
Wind up and pitch.
Ramp back up.
And it's going to be hit over to right field. And it's going to go over the way to the wall. And it was hit so hard because they hit the wall so quick. LeMahieu is going to get himself a leadoff single.
Getting a rare start in the outfield. Got to the ball quickly, and LeMahieu has just a single.
Well, this is how you're a career 300 hitter in the big leagues, approaching 5,000 plate appearances for DJ LeMahieu in his unbelievable career. Batting title in each league, hit 364 in a shortened season.
He should have had a third batting title, but shout out to Tim Anderson. He won the batting title over LeMahieu in one of the years. Tim Anderson is a very good player.
First start in right field.
I'm going to be watching Tim Anderson a little bit more.
Here at Camden Yards since 2019.
All right, so
LeMahieu. Right field anyway.
Here is Gleyber Torres for the Yankees.
2019. Santander DHing today. Trey got to that ball well.
Zimmerman steps off and take a little break as a way of a timeout.
Just a first baseman in DH last year. Orioles want to get him in the outfield some this year. Keep Anthony Santander fresh.
Snap throw to first. LeMahieu gets back.
There's Anthony Santander.
So LeMahieu with a leadoff single.
Torres hasn't been thrown to a pitch yet.
And here is Gleyber Torres.
Zimmerman about to throw his 20th pitch. Here's the pitch. And he tried the bunt. Shows bunt, and it's a strike. So that didn't work out.
Warm has turned on Gleyber Torres versus the Orioles. 0 for 8 this season, a walk, 3 strikeouts. After all the home runs he hit in 2019.
All right, here's the 0-1
Hit
off the
13
plate.
homers against the
Count
Orioles
is even,
that
1-1.
year. Now he has one of the longest streaks of any active baseball player without a home run against the Orioles. Last 107 plate appearances.
Here's the shift. Gutierrez, Mateo, and Owings
against
all
the
playing to the
O's.
right side. So
Punched them
Glaber
all
has
together.
to shoot it to the right
He
center
hasn't hit one
field.
in 3 years.
He's got an open gap right center if he goes away. Gerono setting up. Here's the pitch. And Glaber pops it up.
Up in the wind gust.
There's Owings.
Owings from second.
He's there. Owings from second makes the play for the first out. 1 away.
Yeah, there's got to be some communication today because the wind, as you mentioned, pretty steady at about 15 miles an hour, more right to left. So the ball goes up, there's going to be a lot of infielders and outfielders pursuing until somebody eventually calls it. Well, that tells you everything in the swing on Gleyber Torres. He got a pitch he thought he should have put a barrel on and just gets underneath it.
He got underneath it. Zimmerman at 22 pitches. Here is Kyle Higashioka.
1 on, 1 out.
Wait, no.
Yankees 7-hitter is the catcher Higashioka.
Oh, yeah, it is Higashioka. I just had to make sure. Didn't want to be wrong.
We always talk about this powerful Yankee offense. We talked about it last year, but it was the pitching. It was the pitching for the Yankees last year that carried them. And you go back and look, they had the 3rd best pitching staff in the American League last year. The runs per game was 10th best out of 15 teams in the American League.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
It was about the pitching last year. And it's been more of the same this year. Offensive struggles by the Yankees.
It's crazy how offense
9
struggles.
for 55 runners in scoring position in the last 6 games. But the pitching staff, a 2.23 ERA, number 1 in the American League. And a much improved defense, too.
Yo, we need offense, man.
Higashioka called
and a pitch time
late there. And Corey Blazer did grant it.
I was real late.
Man, I used to hate
right
that.
On the,
you come up, delivering the ball to home plate, and time's being called.
Right on the windup, too.
Remember, the umpire does not have to grant time.
Yeah, but he chose to do it. And Kyle got it. Top of the second, 0-1, runner on first. Here's a pitch. Nice curveball.
There's a strike with a
strike 2. Right down the middle with the curveball.
Would you try to finish your pitch if time was called that late?
Yeah, I mean, if your arm's already going forward, the worst thing you can do is try to stop it.
Kyle, 0.95, no home runs, no ribbies, OPS of 238. That's one of the things that we've been lacking. Our production at catcher has been awful.
2 strikes on Higashioka.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. On the slider, Zimmerman strikes him out. Second strikeout of the game for Zimmerman, and he goes out on strikes 2 away.
We're talking about Tyler Wells. How do you finish? Tyler had trouble finishing, but this is a really good pitch. You get the
really nice slider. Look at the rotation. Look at the rotation on that slider.
That's how you do it. A really good slider that starts in the strike zone, but by the time it travels that 60 feet 6 inches, it is down and in and underneath the bat of Kyle Higashioka.
Zimmerman's got a nice slider.
25 pitches for Zimmerman today. 4 swings and misses, 5 called strikes. His stuff looks sharp again.
Yeah, and he's landed everything. We've seen the slider.
Here's Isaiah, kind of fillet for a pitch, and that's going to be off the plate, ball 1.
And swing and miss rate on the changeup right now, 60%, 3 for 5. Got a called strike on that pitch as well. A couple of called strikes on the curveball. And the slider
hitting 222, 546 OPS.
Well, that's how Zim has to pitch. I mean, he's got to use them all. He's got to stay out of those predictable counts.
Here's the 1-0. Ball, 2-0.
The fastball was hit so hard for Zimmerman last year. Had the second worst batting average, slugging percentage against among pitchers who threw 400 or more, 4-seamers. 392, 711 slugging against. The slider and the curveball both graded out very well. They were 2 of the most valuable individual pitches of any Oriole pitcher.
Here's the 2-0. That's 3-0. I thought that ball was a strike, but
there.
Didn't get it.
Yeah, and it's not that it's not a fair pitch. It's a good pitch. But when you leave balls, you get predictable counts, and you have to throw a strike, and you throw a fastball, and it's not a quality strike. Big league hitters just don't miss them. They tend to put the barrel on those.
And the pitch, strike on the 3-0.
To Connor Falefa. Former Texas Ranger shortstop. Yankees are becoming Rangers East.
That's what I'm saying. They got Joey Gallo,
Trevino, Connor Falefa,
and the 3-1. And that's a ball, and that's going to be ball 4 as Connor Falefa takes his base.
Walk for Zimmerman this afternoon.
So,
Puts
2 men on with 2 outs.
Tim LaCastro.
And this is what we have struggled as a team this year. So we have the best CRA in the American League, but we can't hit with runners in scoring position. As they mentioned, 9 for 55 with runners on base, with runners in scoring position.
Well, after yesterday's game, the Yankees sent J.P. Sears back to Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Raw deal for him. First big league win in a scoreless inning. Sears was sent out because the Yankees have so many pitchers in the bullpen. And LaCastro recalled.
Here's LaCastro.
And the veteran outfielder takes ball 1.
Tough league, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Pick up a W on your first career, then you get sent out. Like Castro did in AAA this year. No homers, 1 RBI, but a very good batting average.
313, no homers, 1 ribby.
Castro can run. He can go.
And one of the fastest players in baseball.
Here's the pitch. And that ball is hit. Oh, it's a foul ball. Darn. Damn, I thought the Yankees were going to go 3-0 on that swing. Gave my hope up way too soon. Damn it. Damn. So that's a foul ball.
Just a fastball elevated. Boy, LaCastro way out in front of this one.
If he gets the ball on the bat, that stays fair. Couldn't keep it fair. LeMayer goes back to second as Zimmerman gets off.
From the baseball powerhouse that is Ithaca College in gorgeous Ithaca, New York.
Here's the 33rd pitch by Zimmerman. That's going to be a strike in the middle. 1 and 2.
His career stole 29 consecutive bases to start his career. That's pretty impressive.
It was a major league record, in fact. Most consecutive steals to start a career before being caught. He's since been caught 3 of his last 5 times. Zimmerman's 1-2.
Here's the 1-2. And the breaking ball. Slow roller over the third. Gutierrez fields it over the first to Mountcastle for the final play of the second. So Yankees now 9 for 56 with runners in scoring position as LaCastro grounds out. So no runs, 1 hit, 2 men left on base. Headed to the bottom of the second inning. We are still scoreless, and the Orioles are coming up to bat. And as I mentioned before, ladies and gentlemen, for the Orioles, we got Chirinos, we have Onings, and we have Gutierrez. 6, 7, 8 coming up for the Baltimore Orioles here in the bottom of the second inning. We wasted an opportunity with runners in scoring position. I was really hoping we were able to get that done, and especially with the fact that LaCastro's actually had a good season so far. It disappoints me that we couldn't get that done. Hopefully, though, we are able to get this one because I really want to win this game to put us up 6-4. Didn't think we'd be in a tie with the Blue Jays to be in first place. And it's still early, obviously, but still, I did not expect to be in first at all. Also, we're on commercial break. Right now, we're scoreless. Yankees, along with the Orioles, had their opportunities. Orioles in the bottom of the first, Yankees top of the second, but couldn't get it done.
Download the MLB app to get video highlights live.
Get the #1 app for live baseball, the MLB app.
Player updates and more.
I mean, is it really the #1 app? Because I've seen other apps actually do a pretty good job. I mean, Bleacher Report hasn't been able to do it. I would recommend downloading that.
To be the #2 app for live baseball.
Baltimore, Maryland. Wow, that chick is beautiful.
There's a sizable gap in that specific category.
#2 app, huh?
Maybe that's the MILB app, Minor League Baseball. That might be the #2 app for live baseball.
Yeah.
Minor league.
Maybe there's a Nippon Professional Baseball app, Japanese leagues.
There's Korean baseball, KB.
Oh.
Here's the pitch by Cortez, and off the plate, ball 1.
Robinson Chirinos leads off the Baltimore.
Robinson Chirinos, 200 average,
Chirinos, Owings,
568
and
on base,
7 and 8.
OPS.
3 cogs in this 9-man right-handed.
Here's the
lineup
1-0.
against the lefty known as Nasty.
They said it
Mr.
was that's a
Cortez.
strike. They said
Chirinos is called for a foul tip there. He
They
said
said it was
no
fit.
way.
They said it's foul tip.
Well, Corey Blazer, home plate umpire, he called it right away. He heard something.
He heard it.
But Robinson Chirinos saying no way.
Did you think so live? I didn't
I
Robinson-
don't think so live. No.
We got to look at the replay. I heard something when that ball came over to the mat. I don't know.
No way, right?
I didn't hear
If you
anything.
can slow that down and take a look at it. It looked like to me the bat was not even near the ball.
I don't know about
I
that
didn't hear anything that would suggest.
because you would have heard of some little contact. Let me see. It looked like it might have.
Closer than I thought, but still, I don't think it hit the bat.
All right, we got a 1-1 count.
Chirinos argued right away.
Here's the pitch.
And he was pretty vehement
Fouled
about
off,
it.
strike 2. And
Maybe
you know
it was
if he
just him trying to
if he
steal a
strikes
strike,
out,
I think he's a
if he strikes
pretty
out,
honest guy.
you already know he's gonna talk to the umpire. I'm gonna make a guess.
So now 1 and 2.
He will say
instead of
something if
possibly
he
2
strikes
and 1.
out. I'm guaranteeing it. Best believe. Ryan says the Hawks are struggling right now. I know they're going to struggle. They're playing the #1 defense in the NBA in the Miami Heat. So, well, I should say the #1 seeded Miami
Texas
Heat. I know they're going to
Rangers, all
struggle.
right, Chirinos.
MLB commercials are kind of like NBA commercials. Here's the pitch. Sometimes
That's
some
definitely
commercials
a
take
foul
longer
ball.
than others, but for the most part, they're
How many
pretty much
former
just about the
Texas
same.
Rangers are on these teams?
Supposed to be like 2
Chirinos,
minutes.
Odor, Trevino, Kiner Falefa, Gallo.
A handful for sure.
The Yankees, all they do is pick up Ranger players. Is that what they're trying to say?
2 night games where there was batting practice.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strikes
Now
out.
swinging at a cutter. That's 3 strikeouts.
You see,
all on the cut
I know the
Cortez.
Chirinos.
That's
You
been
see,
the pitch for
I
him.
feel like he wanted
He
to say
only
something,
used
but
it
he didn't.
last year, 24% of the time.
Wow,
It's a
that's the
higher
third strikeout
usage
by
today
Cortez
so
with the
far,
cutter.
for sure.
Nice
And
location,
another
too.
back door. You can see where the catcher
Backdoor.
Higashioka is well off the outside corner. So Nestor Cortez is going to backdoor this thing. He goes from a
nice.
ball to a strike, and that
Very
is
nice.
perfectly placed
Nice
down and away
location.
on the outside corner.
Very happy with that pitch.
Chris Owings will bat.
Chris Owens, the second baseman. Here's the pitch. Off the plate, ball
And that
1.
breaking ball is outside.
And every day is a little bit different for a starting pitcher. And that's why it's up to you to kind of figure out what's working that day. And that may change as the game goes forward.
Here's the 1-0. Strike. 90-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside corner. Strike
When
1.
did you typically figure it out? Around what pitch number?
I always felt like the first inning, I really wasn't sure. And I learned early in
All
my
right,
career,
here's the
what you lead
1-1.
that bullpen with
Fouled off, strike
doesn't
2.
necessarily mean that's what you're going to have when you step on the game mound and you get a different adrenaline flow that you cannot create in the bullpen warming up. There were times I left the bullpen going, I got a really good breaking ball today, and all of a sudden you just can't land it in the first inning. And there were days where I couldn't find it at all in the bullpen, and then all of a sudden it is right there when the game begins. And I don't know if there's any rhyme or rhythm for it, but you got to kind of
Here's the
figure it out. That's
1-2
why the first inning
off
to
the
me
plate.
is always the toughest because you're not quite sure what's working, and typically you're facing the other team's best hitters right out of the chute, and you need to be spot on. But normally by about the second inning, I had a pretty good
Here's the
feel for what I had that day.
2-2. Strike 3 on the
Cortez has a
outside
pretty good
corner
feel for the cutter.
for the
He
second
was
out of the
saying
inning. That's the 4th strikeout by
all on that
Cortez.
And they're all pretty much the same way. They're the back door.
That's another
kind.
cutter.
It begins a ball out of the hand. And he starts it well.
A lot
off
of
the
back
outside corner
doors.
to play to watch this, and he just kind of
Watch this pitch.
This ball just
right there.
goes back, and those are tough. I mean, those are the toughest ones for hitters because
Yep,
you
right
see
there on the
it.
outside corner.
That could have been a
Boom.
ball off the outside
4th
corner.
strikeout on the
Higashioka
cutter.
stole that
So
one and brought it
Cortez
back.
dealing
Nice
right
job
now in
framing
terms
it.
of the strikeouts.
But if you're the Orioles, I think you got to kind of scoot up on the plate just a tick and start looking for the ball on the outside part of the plate because that's where most of them have been,
Here's the pitch.
right out there.
Strike
whether it's a
strike
fastball
1. That looked like a
or
middle in
cut
right there.
fastball.
Looked like a middle outside.
You think move a
Strike
little
1.
closer to the
It's coming
plate?
Gutierrez.
Maybe.
Yeah, and
232,
make him
3
start
homers, 20
challenging
RBIs
you
last
to the
season with
inside
Kansas City
part
and
of the plate.
Baltimore. Here's the
The thing is,
0-1.
he doesn't have a big
That's strike. Even though
fastball. He really
Higashioka
blew
could
it
not
by,
hold that
90,
curveball.
91.
Strike 2.
we're sitting there looking at it. Now, that's easy. It looks easy up here to do it. It's easy to say, well, just scoot up and look.
So one thing I've been impressed with Cortez has been his ability to locate his cutter and give Higashioka credit too.
2 for Kelvin.
He's done a great job. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3 on the fastball on the outside corner. 5 strikeouts by Cortez through 2 innings. End of the second inning, headed to the top of the third. 1-2-3 inning for Cortez. Much better than the first, as we are scoreless headed to the top of the third inning. But Cortez dealing right now. Strikes out the side here in the top of the second. 1-2-3 inning. All right, so here in the top of the third, right now we have back to the top of the lineup. We got Aaron Hicks, we have Aaron Judge, and Donaldson. 1, 2, 3 for the Yankees coming up. Brian says, I was at the gym putting up shots, and afterwards my hand has been sore. It's annoying, but I hardly missed. Yeah, because, the more shots you put up, the more strain it's going to put on your hand. But the thing is also, you'll obviously get used to it because, again, you're using your wrist. So because you're using your wrist a lot, it's going to, it's going to strain a little bit. But that's to happen, when you're doing that. So the more you use it, the more it's going to strain. But again, eventually you get used to it. Shout out to AJ Marshall in the building. He says, Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you, AJ. Appreciate you. Guys, make sure to hit the like as you guys come in. Share the stream as well. Yankees and Orioles. Yankees, Nelson Cortez has looked great. If only our offense can just pick up to complement our pitchers. I mean, I haven't been a fan of what Jared Cole's done. He hasn't been great. I feel like too much money for a guy who gets too much hype for what he did in Pittsburgh and with Houston to be this poor so far. And I had a feeling that it was going to kind of be that way. But anyway, at the same time, though, Nelson Cortez has really impressed me so far. Even though, again, it's the Baltimore Orioles, I get all that. But how many times have the Yankees have lost to like some of these lesser teams that you hope that he'd be able to do it with, obviously bigger lineups.
Well, Orioles families, plan your trip to the ballpark this year with Kids Cheer Free, presented by Baltimore area Chick-fil-A restaurants. For every upper deck ticket, individual game ticket purchased, add up to 2 tickets for kids 9 and under for free. Buy now at Orioles.com/kids free. Are you 9 or under, young Dylan?
No, I am actually 13 years old.
All right, well, you got to pay for your own way.
He's
to get 13,
into the game, and he's that short?
Dang.
We may figure out a way to
Yeah,
get
you can hook me up.
We'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Dylan Gilmer. He's known as Young Dylan. You know him from Nickelodeon and a bunch of other things.
Oh.
You're a Maryland native too, right?
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here to represent my statement, and I'm so excited that you guys are having me, and it's an honor.
It's an honor to be with you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
My wife works at Nickelodeon. She's very excited that you're here. Yes.
Tell her I said hi.
I will. Yeah.
This is cool.
How was it?
A Nickelodeon kid in the Baltimore booth.
She works there, huh?
Yeah.
How was it throwing out the first pitch? I saw you're left-handed, huh?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yesterday, I was so nervous. I was like, I'm just going to look up some left-handed pitchers.
Did you practice at all? Did you warm up a little bit?
I tried to practice my form, all of that to make it good.
Now, do you play a little baseball too?
I used to, but I was like very small. I was like 3 years old. But I think I started playing football.
Here's Aaron Hicks.
Okay.
So who'd you look up? What left-handed pitchers did you look up
the
before
pitch?
the pitch?
I just looked up anybody. I forgot all the names. I ain't gonna lie.
There's your pitch right here. I see you warming up. We got 2 lefties on the mound today.
Yeah.
Bruce Zimmerman for the Orioles and Nestor Cortez for the Yankees. So 2 lefties, and you were throwing to a lefty. That was Paul Fry.
Yeah, he's so nice.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-1. Aaron Hicks fouls it off.
You know what
Count is now 1 and 2.
smart? You ever see the 50 Cent first pitch?
No.
He threw it about 1,000 feet outside.
Really?
And there's the Mariah Carey first pitch where she threw it into the ground. You don't want to throw the first pitch into the ground. So aim high, because it's always a little bit farther than you think, and so you don't bounce the pitch.
Yeah.
Then you won't end up on the blooper reels.
Yeah, true.
50 Cent gave us a 10
we got a 1-2
throw
count.
when he threw it. Yeah,
To
it was
Aaron
not
Hicks.
good. It was not
Here's the
worth
pitch by
50
Zimmerman,
cents.
Wow.
and the ball
Hey,
is
not
hit
even
over to the left side, fielded by the shortstop, overthrows it, and Hicks is safe. That's going to be an error. Mateo throws it over, and Mountcastle is not able. That throw takes him off the base, so Aaron Hicks is on.
Yep.
You want to look at this replay for us? What do you think?
Mateo gets to it, but just a little bit high.
Yeah, a little high. Takes Mountcastle off base.
Is the tippy toe by Mountcastle on the bag? We're going to look at it here.
No.
He is just a few inches off the bag.
Nice though. Nice catch.
So you're an Orioles fan. You're from Maryland. You got to be an
Yes.
Orioles fan, right?
Definitely, yes.
Okay. Favorite player, is it now Paul Fry because he caught your pitch?
Him and Trey Mancini.
And Trey
Oh, yeah.
Mancini.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Two
Cool.
pretty good ones there.
Here's
Are
Aaron
you a Ravens
Judge.
fan too?
Here's the pitch.
No, sadly.
Judge
Uh-oh.
hits it to it's skied off to
fan.
center
Oh.
field, and Ryan McKenna is there to make the
Yeah.
play for the first out of the inning. One away.
I'm just going to lead. You can do play-by-play.
So Judge
right?
flies
For
out on the
inning,
first
you're
pitch.
Crushing it so far.
Appreciate it. I don't really know that much about baseball, but
Does the-
okay, let's do it.
Does the powder
Cool with it.
some player
Judge
put
flies
on
out
their
to center,
hands
Dylan, what do
prevent
you
their
got on
hands to
this
sweat or touch a sweaty
Ooh, that's
basketball?
funny. I like that.
Are you talking about basketball players or?
Nice save. Good job, Orioles.
It's also a way to get a good grip on the
You're
basketball.
in control.
Appreciate it.
Hey, for folks that don't know you, that haven't seen what you do the last couple of years, can you
Oh,
tell people a little
Nickelodeon
bit
was in
about
it
what
was
you
in
do,
its
what you've been up
prime
to?
in the
Well,
90s,
my name
and
is Dylan Gilmer, also known as Young Dylan. I'm an actor and rapper. I got 3 shows. Tyler Praise Young Dylan on Nickelodeon. Slime Time, NFL Slime Time on Nickelodeon. The Kids
Snap
Tonight
Door
Show
first?
on Peacock, and I'm also
Kids
a
back?
rapper. And I'm coming out with music later this summer, and I'm doing a lot of big things: movies, music, more shows. Season 3 of my show, Tyler Praise Young Dylan. So this year is gonna be great.
That
sounds like it's gonna be
that's it,
busy,
huh?
too.
That's all
Yeah.
you've got going on.
Awards, all of that. Award
top of the
shows.
third inning. Here's the pitch, swing
Here's
and a
the
miss
to
by
I
Donaldson.
love Slime Time. NFL Slime
Thank
Time
you.
is awesome.
Appreciate it.
Yes, is that your favorite thing to do?
Yes, definitely. Just to talk about football, it's amazing. And also to chill with my man Nate Burleson. He's my co-star on the show, and it's so nice to talk about football
got an
with him
0-1
because
count?
he actually played football.
You were on the Nickelodeon.
Oh, Keenan and Kel was my
broadcast
joint,
this
but
year,
now I
right?
heard that
Yeah.
Keenan has
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Talked to Devo after the
kind
game.
of treated
Yes,
Kel
that
like
was
crap,
amazing,
from
man.
what I hear.
I was cheering for the team, and
They didn't
neither
realize
team is my
Keenan was
favorite team.
kind of a sly,
Now, the
little
Cowboys
sly
are
dog.
my
but-
favorite team.
really,
Yeah, I like the Cowboys.
most of my family loved the Cowboys, so I can't really get mad at that.
The All That Show was fire.
We got
Loved it.
Cowboys
Love
and
the
an
love the
Eagles
original
Yeah.
cast.
booth right
Here's the
now.
0-1.
That's crazy.
Divided. That's hard.
That's a ball, 1-1.
You've been on Ellen, right? You going back on Ellen soon?
Yes, tomorrow I am going to LA to go on Ellen, and I haven't talked since 2019, so I'm so excited to see her again.
What'd you do when you were there the first time?
I was about 7 years old, and I performed, and I've been on Ellen about more than 10 times,
Okay.
and I just performed on
All
there.
right,
got to
here's
talk
the
to her, so
1-1.
I'm so happy to see her again
Snap through
and
the
just
first.
talk about what's been going on.
So, who are your some of your favorite artists?
Oh, that's hard. Drake, because he's like the first celebrity that I ever met. I say Travis Scott, a lot of idols, Beyonce, 50 Cent.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. I can't even name all of them.
50 Cent favorite artist
Here's
is
the
not
pitch.
favorite pitcher, right? We've
Yeah.
established that.
Yeah.
So,
So
you
ball
think Drake
2-1.
was the first celebrity? you met?
Yes.
Did he give you any good advice?
Well,
Was his advice root for every sports team?
Rugrats,
No.
Doug, Ren and Stimpy, Cat Dog,
and I'm
also
definitely
Angry
not gonna
Beavers.
do that.
I saw them all.
And
I
but
saw them all.
he signed my shirt, and he just told me never give up. And I want to be just like him because he's so successful. And he just gave me
Here's the
he
pitch.
just
Swing and a
more
miss,
confidence in
and the
myself
count is
when I
now
met
even
him.
at 2
Now,
and 2.
as busy as you are, do you have time for regular school or are you homeschooled? How does that work?
I mean, when I do come home for when I'm here for about 2 months, I do go to school. But when I'm working, I do homeschool.
Okay.
But I do go to regular school when I can.
Right.
Young Dylan is with us. Dylan Gilmer, Annapolis native, Orioles fan.
Yep.
As the Orioles and Yankees play
Step
the
to the
third.
first. On the 2-2.
You are doing so many things at such a young age. It's amazing. I would love to know how you got into this. How do you get into being a creative?
Wow. Well, it started about when I was 5. My father recorded me doing this cover song. It was a popular song
Here's a
at the
2-2.
time.
Oh, check swing, and
And,
Donaldson goes for
I
the
did
out.
I
So
did
that's
a
2
video.
away.
He recorded
As he
me singing
strikes
the
out.
song because I had great memory. So I just remembered the song.
What song was it?
It was called "Dope" by Bryson Tiller. It was very popular, and he posted it, and it went viral. And that's basically how I caught everyone's attention. That everybody wanted me on their show, stuff like that. And that's basically how my career got started.
Wow.
Then,
Social media, yeah.
yeah. Then later on in the years, Ellen got me into acting. So yeah.
So here's the big question I have. We got to settle this. We were
Here's
talking about
John
this
Carlos
before you came
Stanton,
on.
swing and
So
a
you're
miss on
known
a
as
ball
Young
down low by
Dylan. You're
Bruce
13.
Zimmerman, and that's going to be strike
How
one.
long do you think you can be Young Dylan?
Wow.
When you're 27, will you still be Young Dylan?
maybe and maybe not. That's a great question, actually. I still haven't figured that out yet. I still like to stay as 13. I don't really.
That's smart.
Here's the pitch on the 0-1, swing and a miss, strike two.
Then I'm gonna
See, that's another problem.
Again.
These Yankees can chase some pitches away. Like, I don't know why.
27, you still got 3
What NBA playoff series?
Yeah,
I think it will be like it's previewed. What?
I like that. I like that answer.
2 strikes here on.
Kind of confused on what you were trying to say,
so
Ryan.
Zimmerman trying to work out of this inning after the error on Mateo started it off.
Here's the 0-2, top of the third.
Ooh, hold on.
Here's the pitch. Ball.
Ooh, nice.
Crazy how Giancarlo chased those 2 pitches and then laid off the other one.
Working the outside part of the plate to the big power hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
You're going to have to watch back this Zimmerman start before your next first pitch.
Oh, yeah.
Well. Yeah.
Does.
When you go search for lefties pitching, he'll be your next guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Baltimore guy. Grew up
Runner on first.
That's amazing.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Giancarlo chases the pitch, and it's the final out of the inning. So DJ Aaron Hicks left on base, so no runs, no hits. Unless they counted on the base hit.
Yes. Can you get us famous next time? Can we get on Instagram with you?
Definitely.
There's the first pitch. Young Dylan.
So the Orioles do get an error by Mateo. All right, so right now, headed to the bottom of the third inning with 1 man left on base. It is a scoreless tie, 0-0, as we head over to the bottom of the third inning. Yankees sent 4 to the plate. Everybody else, well, Aaron Hicks got on first, but he, what you call it, Judge flied out, Donaldson struck out, and Giancarlo Stanton struck out to end the inning. All right, for the Baltimore Orioles, we have we're back to the top of the lineup in that inning as well. It's Austin Hayes, Mountcastle, and Trey Mancini back up for the Baltimore Orioles. All right, let me see if the answer, let me see if the question was, okay, I was asking what series in this first round of the NBA do you think won't be as good as is previewed? Okay, now I understand what you're saying. Like the Hawks and the Heat, I don't think it's going to be that good to watch. To be honest, I think they had the Hawks going and losing in 6.
Thanks to Dylan Gilmer, young Dylan, for joining us in the top of the third.
Oh, the Bulls and the Bucks is the other series.
Some good luck.
Here's the pitch.
A couple of strikeouts in there from Zimmerman, who has punched out 4.
That's gonna be a ball.
To excel here in 2022.
The Celtics and the Nets is gonna be something. Jorge Mateo, 192. Oh, Jorge Mateo's batting. I'm sorry. Here's the pitch, and that's gonna be strike 1. So the count is 1-1.
Mr. Cortez.
I forgot he hasn't hit yet.
I feel inspired after Dylan was in the booth.
How much energy does that kid have, huh?
Number 9 hitter. Here's the pitch. Strike 2.
We were here today saying, it's cold, it's so windy. He just came in and blew the roof off this place.
Bebopping in and out, yeah.
We got to get ourselves a couple of TV shows.
All right, here's the 1-2. And Mateo hits it into center field. Hicks lets it fall down for a base hit. So off the end of the bat, Mateo gets a lead off.
Where they hit against the former Oriole, Nestor Cortez.
So Mateo gets himself a leadoff single for the Orioles. Back to the top of the lineup. Here is Austin.
Just follow at
Here is Austin Hayes.
And retweet an important message from the Maryland Department of Transportation.
So that little 13-year-old Dylan, who I'd never seen before. Pretty cool that he actually likes Trey Mancini, and he is an Orioles fan. He's from the Maryland area, so that's cool.
There's Cakes. That big high leg kick.
Today is your last day to enter, by the way.
Better get it in.
All right, here's the pitch. And the ball is skied. Hayes skies it on the first pitch. And it's going to be a foul ball. As Torres and Judge came running each from right and second base. That was a long fly ball.
Our Our friend
in foul
David
territory, so it's
G
fouled off, strike one.
says that Young MC used the name forever, Sonic Youth, great band. So he says, I say Young Dylan can go one.
Yeah. Like I said, if you got 3 shows and you're still rolling at 27, why not?
When do you think Bob Dylan gave up the name Young Dylan? I think Bob was old when he was young.
Smash a like, hit that subscribe. Here is Mountcastle up next.
Cortez de Hayes, the Oriole leadoff hitter.
And the pitch.
That ball's hit well into center, but
And
hanging up there.
Hicks makes the play for the second out of the inning, 2 away, as Mateo goes back. I'm sorry, first out of the inning.
That's the first pitch that I
What am I
have
saying?
seen so far today.
I forgot that the other play was a foul ball. So Hayes.
Cortez, everything has been away. Fastballs, cut fastballs, breaking balls, backdoor breaking balls.
Now Ryan Mountcastle's coming to the plate. Austin Hayes just made out. That's what I meant to say. My apologies.
2 starts against the Orioles last year, pitched very well. Doing the same so far this afternoon. See if the O's can solve him the second time through. Castle fisted a single into
Cortez
right
at 40
field in the
pitches.
first.
Here's the pitch.
And there's
Strike.
another pitch to the outside corner. That's the slider that Cortez and some of the
Mountcastle,
Yankees
1 for 1.
pitchers referred to as the whirly, which is a little different from a traditional slider. I think this is what you were talking about the other day with the seam.
Here's a 1-1.
Good piece
And
on
fouled
this.
off, strike. I mean, 0-1. Excuse me. Fouled off, strike 2.
The Athletic, last couple of years, this big sweeping breaking ball has become a big part of the Yankees' arsenal. Jonathan Loizaga throws a version of it. Clay Holmes, we've sent them the first couple
I'll take your
of
comments in a
games.
second, Ryan.
Yeah, I was talking to Jordan Lyles. He throws one.
Bottom of the third
for
inning,
Orioles.
runner on
He
first.
was talking
Here in
to
Camden
about it.
Yards.
And
Yankees and
basically, it's a
Orioles
slider
scoreless. Here's the pitch by
without the
Cortez.
seams
Fouled
showing,
off.
So
Still
I've
0-2.
always heard years and
Ryan
years
says
hitters talk about the dot. They see a dot
Sixers
coming
versus
to
Raptors
the-
is
if the
another
ball
one that
comes
seems
towards home
boring
plate
to watch.
because
I mean,
the
it's
seams are
one
in front
game.
of the
We'll see what the
baseball,
We'll see
and it
what the
makes a
Raptors
dot.
do.
The smaller the dot, typically, the better the
That's the
slider
one
is.
series
The
I
more
feel like that an
break
upset can
has.
happen.
Pitchers have figured out a way to grip the baseball.
We're talking about
to
Knicks and
where
Nurse here.
the
And the
white
thing
part
is,
of the
it looks
ball is
boring
showing,
because of the
and the
lack of
hitters
star
are
power.
picking
But the
up
Raptors
the
can make
dot
it
as
interesting,
fast. And by the
especially
way,
if
the
it goes to
air
Toronto.
grabs or doesn't
Trust me,
grab the seams,
the best
it
is yet to
causes
come
the
for the
ball
Raptors.
to
They can
actually
upset the
break a little
Sixers.
bit
I think
more
the
than
Sixers
your
will ultimately
traditional
win,
breaking balls.
but the Raptors can upset them, though, especially when the series go to Toronto.
Cortez in 2020,
So Embiid and Harden
his
have something to
slider
prove.
had 6 inches.
I do say that the Warriors can
horizontal
continue
break
to gain
side
more
side.
chemistry to
Last
get
year,
back to
that
where they
went
were
up to
before
14
the
and a
injuries
half.
happened.
It's a huge jump.
Well, it's more than the
change in shape
injuries.
of the pitch.
Curry going for that 3-point record, and then
Yeah,
Clay coming
Cortez is
back.
different now. If you'll
messing
watch
up the
him, he will
chemistry.
also change
So it took them
arm
some time.
slots as well. So he'll drop down
Also,
a little
Clay,
bit, show you
Draymond,
something a little
and
bit different, But basically, what
Steph
we're
have
talking
not
about
played
is
together
when they throw
so
a
long.
traditional slider, these two seams here will actually spin as they go towards home plate, and so it'll create a little bit of dot. Pitchers have figured out a way to grip the ball now as it spins and goes towards home plate. More of the white is showing versus the red dot that you typically see.
1-2
So
count.
hitters just
Snap
don't
throw to
pick it
first,
up. And the way
and
that
Mateo gets
gravity
back
does
on the
not
throw to
affect.
DJ
When
LeMay.
the seams come, gravity hits his ball pretty hard and it doesn't break as much. Now they've turned it around to where as it spins sideways like that as it comes, nothing is dragging on the seam, so you get more break as it goes horizontal across. And so that's the two big adjustments that pitchers have made, just kind of changing their grip in some ways and creating more what we call
Here's the
horizontal
1-2.
break, which is
Off the
what's
plate.
crazy
Count is
about
now
that is in
2-2.
my time, we always was taught the ball that stayed on two different planes was harder to hit than the ball that stayed on one plane. So you wanted your breaking ball going through two planes, the horizontal and the vertical plane. But that's not the case now because they're getting so much break. And you mentioned how much more break he's getting with that slider. It's really covered. And some guys are getting like 18, 19 inches of break going across, which is phenomenal. That's the width
All
of the
right,
plate.
here's the 2-2, but snap throw to first once again.
So when you say the red dot, that's the seams that batters can actually
Yes.
see out of the hand. That could be a visual cue for them.
That's right. When they see that ball coming out, and it's, you got to imagine that it's got some RPMs to it, 2,600 RPMs, but these two seams get going so fast, it creates a dot about the size of a quarter.
Here's
And
the 2-2.
because hitters
Off
hit
the
off
plate,
spin.
full count, 3-2.
That's what they hit off of. So they see the spin coming, and when they see it spinning like this, they know it's a fastball. When they see the circle chain spins kind of funny, it comes out, it's got a little bit different spin to it. And so they recognize that. And that happens in an instant of a second, obviously. But that's what we talk about is recognizing. Hitters want to recognize what pitch it is about 20 feet out of the pitcher's hand. If they can recognize at that point, much better
All right,
chance
here's the
to
full
put a good
count.
swing on the ball.
Anybody who wants to
Full
be
count to
big
Ryan
in there
Mountcastle.
shaking after thinking
And
about
the
that
pitch.
demo.
And
2-2
it's going
for
to be
Ryan.
fouled
Well,
off.
that's how talented these guys are. It looks, it looks easy sometimes on TV, but when you're talking about guys that are attacking mid to upper 90s fastballs, being able to recognize it instantly, some really good changeups and the stuff that's out there. There's a lot going on, with hitters, and that's why it's arguably the toughest thing to do in all of professional sports is take a round ball and a round bat and be able to square it up. It is very, very hard to do.
Mountcastle trying to square up Cortez, which the Orioles have had trouble doing this afternoon. 8-pitch coming.
All right. Hit, swing and a miss on the cutter. Misses.
Fastball.
And Mountcastle's out on strike. 6 strikeouts for Nelson Cortez. As Mountcastle is out for the second out of the inning.
But this has been the pitch right here.
Cutter.
Cut fastball, another backdoor. It looked like Mountcastle might have just got a little piece of that, but Higashioka hangs on to it.
He did get a piece of it.
48 pitches. Cortez has thrown 19 cutters. 5 swings and misses, 3 called strikes on that pitch alone.
Snap throw to first.
Mateo still at first.
Here's the pitch. Off the plate.
Cortez done a very good job of holding Mateo on as well. Not often you see Jorge Mateo stay at first base for a double-digit number of pitches. He's been there for 11 pitches in a row right now and has not attempted a steal.
Cortez knows how to control the running game. And if you watch him, it's a quick pitch. It's a no leg kick at all one time. Then it's a high leg kick the next time.
Off the plate, 2-0.
He'll come set and pitch on a 1 count. Then he'll come set and hold for 4 seconds, then deliver the ball. He never does the same thing twice. And as a base runner, especially a guy like Mateo that can really run, he's looking for you to do something consistent every time where he can get a jump. And right now, Nestor Cortez is anything but consistent as far as how he delivers the ball.
That shift we just saw, Ben, the Yankees are going with a 3-man infield right now against Trey Mancini. They put 4 in the outfield.
All right, here's the pitch. Off the
I'm
plate.
not sure if we've seen this against Trey before.
4 players in the outfield.
Looks like Donaldson is still at third.
What in the world? Wow.
I think Torres is playing over short, so Kiner.
Bro, he can score from first if that ball is, as long as the ball is not hit hard.
Center field.
All right, here's a 3-0 strike.
Do you remember seeing this against Trey?
No, not against Trey. I saw it at the college game earlier this year, and it worked. Jacob Berry, who plays at LSU, could be, projected the #1 college player off the draft board in this year's draft. Several times this year, they've gone to a 4-man outfield against him.
Here's the pitch. And fouled off.
So it looks like that's Kiner Falefa in left, and LeCastro's gone out to left center. Hicks is in right center. Judge is in right. This is the kind of thing we used to see against Chris Davis. A 3-man infield, 4-man outfield against Trey Mancini.
4-man outfield. I've never seen that. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss, and Cortez gets the out as Mancini strikes out, and Cortez with another strikeout. 7 strikeouts, so no runs, 1 hit, 2 men left on base. We're headed to the top of the 4th inning through 3. It is scoreless. Yankees and Orioles are scored at 0 as Cortez with 7 strikeouts through 3 innings right now. All right, for the Yankees, we now have DJ LeMahieu, Gleyber Torres, and Higashioka. 5, 6, 7 coming up for the Yankees. Ryan says the key for them is to have Kerr play all his young guys more in the playoffs now to gain confidence. Sure, you need Steph, Clay, and Draymond to play, but Kerr doesn't need to depend on all 3. Kerr has to trust those young guys. I see if the Warriors going to the Western Conference Finals, I see the refs going at Steph, Clay, and Green for fouls. If the supporting cast plays well, it will be difficult for the Reds to cheat them. This Warriors team maybe has the best shooters on the team than they had in the past, probably better than Phoenix. I said that the Warriors are the one team in the West that can possibly knock Phoenix out, just because they're pound for pound, when you look at their teams when they match up, Golden State's pretty deep themselves. But like you said, I think that's a very good point. As long as Kirk keeps playing these young guys, and the reason Phoenix can obviously beat them is because, again, Phoenix is not – the Warriors are not like that. They don't really have that big of a lineup. They do have versatility, though, but the thing is like, again, Kerr loves to stick to that small ball so much. All right, some out-of-town scores real quick. Washington up 3-0 on Pittsburgh. Minnesota and Boston scoreless.
Easter Sunday, it is kids opening day.
We're back to
here
fourth.
at the
Top of the
ballpark.
fourth.
After today's game, kids will be able to run the bases just like the pros at Camden Yards. But each and every Sunday home game all season long, after those games, kids can also run the bases. So it's a kids thing at a ballpark, of course, all season long here at Oriole Park. KB?
Red, are you running the bases along with them as well? Will we see you out there hot-footing it first to third?
If they left me, you should see me go first to third on a base hit to right field.
It's like a blur.
Focus on all the young kids.
That's why you're the
I'm another
tail of
guy's
our
eye.
broadcast
Exactly.
crew, Brett. Thank you.
Brett was a pitcher, though. I saw some.
Top of the fourth inning. Right now, we're
videos of
scoreless in
Brett back
Camden
the day.
Yards.
He could get it up there all right.
You saw some youth league video?
Yeah, he had one and showed me him on the mound doing his best Mike Messina impressions.
So Brett's that guy
Here's the pitch
who just goes around saying,
by
I used to
Zimmerman, and
pitch
that's a
little bit,
strike.
you know?
There's a lot of people want to be like Moose years ago.
Sure, why not? Not a lot of knuckle curves that look like Moose's, though.
LeMahieu 1 for 1 with a single.
Now Cortez has got a pretty good.
Here's
breaking
the 0-1
ball
by
club
Zimmerman.
going today.
LeMahieu slaps it over to the right
DJ
side, in
LeMahieu
between
just
first and
DJ
second for a
LeMahieu
base
in the
hit.
right field.
So
His
once again, he
second
leads
hit
off the
put
inning
them
with a
that
single.
way. It's the fourth inning of Orioles baseball. As always, brought to you by Toyota RAV4. Now's a great time to reserve your new Toyota.
All right,
Visit
that's
your
going to bring up
Baltimore
Gleyber
area
Torres
dealer
next for the
to learn
Yankees.
more. Toyota, let's go places. Here's a rooftop deck. A little windy, but a beautiful day in terms of sunshine on this Easter
Here's the
Sunday.
pitch and a bunt.
From
by Torres. Nice
Puts
bunt.
Zimmerman off the mound,
And
Bruce
the sacrifice
goes out.
gets Torres out, but LeMahieu goes to second with one out
away.
with the sacrifice.
We tried to see Torres bunt in his first at-bat, and this time he's down on a 1-3 sacrifice. Well, Bruce Zimmerman pitched it through the fourth inning in his opening start, the home opener, without allowing a run. It was the first start of his career where he did not allow a run.
All right, here's Kyle
4 innings
Higashioka.
against Milwaukee. 3 1/3 scoreless today.
Yeah, pitch count's pretty good. 51 pitches now.
Here's the pitch. Fouled off,
So
strike
66 pitches in his first outing. So Hyder was saying, he'd like to get him up.
Shout out to G Money. Happy
75,
Easter.
80
Happy
range,
Easter, G
depending
Money.
on how well he's doing.
Ryan says, I do
All
think
of a sudden,
Denver needs to
Gordon
play
John
both
Means
Joker
going
and
down
Boogie same time to slow
becomes
down the
even more
pace.
important for whoever's on the mound. We know Tyler
Well,
Wells is,
Boogie's
going
to have to play more minutes.
Inning mix pretty much every
I can't
time
put him
he
in the
goes
starting
out.
lineup, but I will say that they need to play him more to slow the pace down.
His role
Maybe
as
even
he
the
starts
second
to get
half.
built
Here's
up
a
here
pitch by
is to give
Zimmerman.
the Orioles some length.
That's a ball, so it's count is now 1-1.
It's a tough spot to be in with John Means' extended absence.
Then play
because
small ball to match the Warriors small ball. That's the only
Orioles have a
strategy I can see
plan
work.
and have a level of development with the pitchers here and
That's
certainly
MLB
with the younger
ballpark.
pitchers.
Cavs would have
2020,
given the Heat more
and
trouble
just
due
got
to
off
the
the
size
ground
and
last
rim
year.
protection.
Result director pitching coach watching on.
Here's the 1-1.
It's a pop-up out of play. You don't want a knee-jerk, short-term, quick-fix reaction.
Oh, so we got a quick
from
1-2
John
count.
Means' injury. You don't want that to accelerate timelines. You don't want that to up pitch counts in a certain way. At the same time, you can't replace John Means 1-to-1. So for Chris Holt, Darren Holmes, for the staff, it's going to be tempting maybe to try to push the pitchers a little more.
Yeah, no doubt. It's going to want you, but it's about staying the course.
Here's the pitch, and ground ball through the left side by Kyle Higashioka into left field for a base hit as DJ LeMahieu goes to third. And we got runners on the corners for the Yankees with one out as he gets a base hit. So second hit of the inning.
Don't want to advance an extra 90 feet because if that ball's caught, then he's out at third.
All right, so the Yankees, if they can avoid the double play, they got runners on first and third with one out.
Sure that ball goes through.
Right past Gutierrez into left field for a base hit.
The Yankees something now for first and third. Only one out. Yeah, I think for the Orioles, it's about staying the course. The temptation is there to take a Keegan Aiken or Michael Baumann and move them into the rotation. But again, they are doing well in the roles that they're in right now, and you want to kind of keep them where they are because they're having so much success.
Here is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Here's the pitch.
He squares to bunt.
Squares a bunt, and he missed for a strike. And LeMahieu almost was out of the play. Had to slide back into the third.
Moving from third base. He's on a read, and that read is he wants to see the ball down on the ground before he advances. That is automatic by the catcher. Torinos does a good job. Anytime there's a potential bunt, squeeze at home plate, and a runner at third base, you always come up and you throw to third because you know that base runner is trying to get down that line a little bit more, anticipating the ball being on the ground.
Here's the 0-1, snapped over to first.
So the Yankees playing a little small ball here for a team that hit 222 home runs last year.
And I'm loving it. We need more small balls.
To move LeMahieu into scoring position. A single by Higashioka.
Well, I like that Steph didn't try to force it last night. Let's just hope he continues that. Here's the pitch. Fouled away, strike two. I also like the fact that he did not try to play more minutes to try to take attention away from the team and allow Jordan Poole to do his thing because Jordan Poole was the man last night. He was the man last night. Clay did a pretty solid job shooting the ball. Draymond looked like the Draymond of 2017 at the very least. But Jordan Poole was unbelievable.
Didn't work there. And now Zimmerman can get a big strikeout here against Kiner-Falefa. He struck out 3 times in the series.
Here's the 0-2. Ball.
In the dirt.
In the dirt.
By Chirinos.
Robinson Chirinos makes the play.
Good attempt there because you can see Robinson Chirinos. He just kind of pats the ground. See him patting the ground. He said, give me the breaking ball and give it to me down. Don't miss up. And he rocks over, takes it off the glove, keeps it in front.
We got a 1-2 count. Runners on the corners for the Yankees here in the top of the fourth.
In these first 9 games of the season. 37-year-old catcher on a 1-year deal. Behind the plate.
Here's the pitch, and it's going to be fouled off.
Just nicked it.
Jokic has got to play better. I know he's missing his 2 best players, but he's going to have to find a way to impose his will on the game because you just can't.
That's one thing to have a veteran.
You can't expect to have those numbers felt kind of pedestrian. And I get it. He's missing his 2 best players, but he's going to have to impose his will in game 2. There's just no way.
Coast, you can sit there for an hour with him and talk about pitching and say, why did we throw this pitch in this
situation?
situation?
And the pitch.
Tell me what you were thinking.
And the ball is hit. Fielded on third. Off the second. First one. There's 2. And just what I feared. Just what I feared. Falefa has grounded into an inning-ending double play. Gutierrez over the Owings.
Who finishes it over
the 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. So the Yankees, no men on base after the double play after getting 2 hits in the inning. So headed to the bottom of the fourth, the Yankees now once again 9 for 57 with runners in scoring position. Well, there's actually 10 for 57. 10 for 57. No, 10 for 58 with runners in scoring position. So scoreless. As a result, we are still scoreless at 0 headed to the bottom of the fourth. For the Baltimore Orioles, we have Santander, McKenna, and Chirinos. 4, 5, 6 coming up for the Orioles. So the Yankees do the one thing I feared, and that was grounding out into the double play. And it happened. Our offense is brutal. There's just no way we're going to be able. Our pitching can only do so much so far. But at the same time, we're not even through the dog days of summer yet. So there's still time. We're just in April so far. This is, again, another wasted opportunity. When are they going to come back, though?
Of success against the Orioles in his career, and today has been one of those days as well to this point. I tell you what, he's had that cutter going in again. Leadoff batter against Austin Hayes elevates a cutter. Then it became the backdoor breaking ball, the backdoor cutter. Watch him just
give credit to Zimmerman, though. Bruce Zimmerman.
Again. You can see where Higashioka is
bended, but did not fold.
The balls have been
He's bended, but did not fold. Give him a lot of credit.
Mountcastle and Mancini on the backside. So
Cortez has got 7 strikeouts,
6 of which have been with that cut fastball.
You still think the Orioles should maybe move a little closer to the plate?
I would.
Here's the windup in the pitch.
Then maybe you lean over, because I mean that's what I'm seeing. That right there, breaking balls to the outside part, backdoor breaking balls is what we call them. He's only come inside one time.
Here's
with the
Santander.
fastball to Austin Hayes,
and pitch is going to be fouled off, strike 2.
But I mean, I don't think Cortez and Higashioka's not going to change what they're doing at this point because they're having so much success. And why would you change? Until the Orioles start making some type of adjustments.
2 strikes on Anthony Santander, Orioles cleanup hitter today.
Santander. So Anthony Santander.
Cortez's career high in strikeouts came against
trying to
the
make sure I
Orioles
remember
last
his name.
September. Struck out 11.
Real quick, Toronto takes a 2-0 lead on Oakland right now.
3 innings this afternoon.
Here's the pitch by Cortez. Swing and a miss for strikeout number 8 on the fastball.
That's something a little bit
One
different.
away.
The ball's still middle to middle
Santander
away.
strikes
It's a
out.
different arm slot. It's a fastball. But watch him kind of lean over. See, that's a little lower slot than what he's been on all day. And that's what Cortez will do to you. He'll show you some different looks. He'll hesitate. He'll quick pitch you.
And that's the one thing I've loved about Cortez. He doesn't just show you the same thing in terms of the pitches.
Really gives you the same look
He
twice.
gives you different angles on his pitches. That's what I like.
And he's got enough, that's the thing about Cortez. He's got enough.
I really like that about him.
On the fastball. If you do try to sit breaking ball, you want to sit on that cutter, he's got enough to get it by you.
All right, here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Strike 1 to McKenna, the center fielder.
Every Oriole has struck out except for Mateo, who singled, and McKenna, who grounded out.
So 8 strikeouts for Cortez right now.
Santander has now struck out twice. 6 Orioles.
Cortez is dealing. Here's the windup in the pitch on the 0-1. Strike 2.
Strike 2.
He's got them all going today. Both breaking balls, the fastball and the changeup.
MPJ, I don't know. It depends on if Gordon plays well or not.
Well, he's seen a couple of changes, but confidently dropped it in there.
Here's the 0-2. Strike 3 on the fastball on the outside corner. He is out for the second out of the inning. 2 away. 9 strikeouts through 3 2/3 innings by Cortez right now. The man is feeling. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to hit the like. Make sure to hit that subscribe for the Louis Sports Network. As your boy Cortez has got 9 strikeouts through 3 2/3 innings.
So get your bids in now at Orioles.com/auction. Proceeds benefit the Orioles Charitable Foundation.
Cortez is at 60 pitches right now.
Bunch of seats removed from that left field area.
All right. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
And strike 1 to Chirinos. This is
Robinson Chirinos.
7-strike inning right now for Cortez.
Excuse me. Cortez has not thrown the ball yet so far this inning.
We're wading into the waters of immaculate inning potential.
Cortez gets a timeout. I think Chirinos probably called for time. Here's the pitch. Strike 2 on the outside corner.
Don't see that every day. The immaculate inning. You see Chirinos trying to slow him down a little bit because Cortez in a really good rhythm right now.
The only thing that could slow him down.
All right, Kyle Higashioka doing a good job getting rid of that trash.
Higashioka will stick it in his back pocket.
Well, Cortez is dealing right now. This man was filthy. All right, here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout.
Mr. Cortez.
10 strikeouts
In the
for
fourth
Cortez.
inning.
He strikes out the
Is
side in the fourth
9
inning.
pitches, 9 strikes, in an
9
immaculate inning with 3
didn't throw a
strikeouts.
single ball. Strikeout number 10 for Cortez. No runs, no hits. Strikes out the side. Didn't even throw a ball. All 9 pitches, strikes, gets 3 strikeouts. And ladies and gentlemen, through 4 innings right now, we are scoreless. We got a pitcher's duel going on. Headed to the top of the 5th. It is 0-0, and the Yankees coming up to bat. Unbelievable. Wow. Back to the Yankees right now. So we have LaCastro, Hicks, and Judge, 9-1-2 coming up for the Yankees here in the top of the 5th. But Cortez with 10 strikeouts, ladies and gentlemen. 10. Let's see. At least the NBA brought back the playoff logos back on the sideline. I got the Suns. Ryan says this matchup could end up like when we believe team beat number 1 Mavs in opening round. Heat up by Kobe-esque 24 points. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. It could, but I don't think it will. We don't know how Ingram is going to look in the playoffs, and CJ is inconsistent in the playoffs. He is, but I feel like this might be a different CJ McCollum, though. This playoffs, I think, is going to be a different CJ McCollum. I think he's playing with a better team, if you really look on it. Yes, he has had the history of inconsistency, but I think this is going to be different. I could be wrong, but I think this is going to be a different CJ McCollum, especially with the way the Pelicans have been playing. And I think they have better coaching. I think the leadership is a lot better than it was in Portland. With the style of play in Portland is not the style of play that you see in New Orleans right now. And I'm hoping that it's going to be different. Ice Tray is 1-for-11.
Tools.
I figured.
Bruce Zimmerman threw 4 shutout innings in the home opener. He's thrown 4
Zimmerman,
shutout
38% of the changeup, 37%
changeup
fastball, curveball,
just about
18%
evenly.
slider,
Yeah, a little
7%.
heavier on the changeup than what he did last year. 38% changeups today. Last year, he threw about 26% changeups. Fastball last year, about 42%. So a little bit less on that end. A few more curveballs, 13 to 17% versus last year, and a few less sliders. So changeup has been really good. He's used the fastball enough to keep the Yankees honest. I still want to see him use the inside part of the plate, maybe a little bit more than other than
Yankees
that.
0-3-0, Orioles 0-2-1 with the error by Mateo throwing over to Ryan Mountcastle at first. But both pitchers have done a really good job so far. Scoreless,
really, really good.
Bautista, the right-hander,
Bautista. Getting heated up in that Oriole bullpen.
in the bullpen. Cortez, man, 10 strikeouts,
Nestor
dealing.
Cortez, 10
Strikeouts, 10.
so far on the day.
Here's the pitch to LaCastro, and that's going to be a strike.
An immaculate inning here on Easter Sunday. 9 pitches, 9 strikes, 3 strikeouts in the 4th.
Man was dealing, man.
And while Zimmerman has not been quite as good as
Clearly
Cortez, he's still been quite good.
Too bad Zion not
And
playing.
another
That would have been
pitcher's duel
exciting
between
to
the Yankees
watch.
and the Orioles.
Here's the 0-1.
Tim LaCastro
Check swing,
with
strike
the
2.
check swing, ground ball foul.
Yeah, Zim's just sitting there matching him. And when you get locked up with a guy like Cortez, who's arguably having one of the
Zimmerman
best
at
starts, if not
62
the best
pitches.
start of his career to this point. He's just worried about throwing up zeros. No matter how you do it, you want to throw.
Who knows
up
if
the
Cortez
zeros,
might
give
end
your
up
team a
throwing
chance.
well, I don't want to jinx his strikeouts. He's at 10 right now, so I don't know how he's going to throw
1-2
up, but
from
he's throwing great.
Zimmerman.
1-2, swing and a miss. LaCastro
Down
is
goes
out.
LaCastro, a nasty changeup for Zim's 5th strikeout.
Here's my thing. What do you
Zim has
prefer
got
more?
that changeup
Do you
going.
prefer
I mean,
a
it's
lot of
dancing
runs
like a
scored
minnow in shallow
between 2
water
teams,
right
or
now.
do you
Watch
prefer a
the
pitcher's
movement on
duel?
that thing as it goes down in the
Swing and a miss. LaCastro swung so hard he was on one knee.
About the arm speed and how
He was
hard
on one
throws
knee
his
as if he was
fastball out of
proposing.
hand. That's what it looks like to the hitters.
The man proposed to the strikeout. Anyway, 1 out.
Other than the velocity.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Aaron Hicks.
Here's Aaron Hicks, who probably has the hardest hit ball of the game. Second hardest hit by exit
All right,
velocity,
time is
but
called for
the
Aaron
hardest
Hicks.
hit was Stanton on a ground out. Hicks hit a fly ball to the warning
Brian
track.
says, I would love to see how the Suns would defend Zion if
Ryan
healthy.
McKenna had to chase it down in swirling winds, a ball that may fly out of here on a more
First one, what do you
day.
prefer? I like pitcher's duels. Here's the pitch.
Ended up as a harmless fly. Hicks has since reached on an error.
Well, I mean, it's more exciting to watch a lot of runs scored.
Rare first pitch ball there for Zimmerman.
I feel like the
15 for
intensity
19
to me is a
first
lot
strikes
better
for
in a
him.
pitcher's duel.
Well, we said one of the keys for them was staying
Here's the
out of
1-0.
predictable counts.
Strike one.
And for the most part,
It's not that
they've
I don't
been
like
doing
both. I like
just a lot
both.
of
But if you
strike
ask me,
one,
I
two
prefer a
different pitches.
pitcher's rule because you're in the edge of
But he
your
said
seat.
the
You're
Yankee
more
guys on
intense,
defense
and it's
right
like
away, really not
that one
knowing what
mistake
pitch
ends
is
up
coming
costing you
next.
the game. Like that's how
And you
crazy.
combine
That's how
the fact
crazy
that he
tight
stayed
it is.
out of the middle part of the plate too.
Here's the 1-1. Hicks fouls it off. Strike two.
Last couple of years, one of the pitching metrics that some folks have used, called strike and whiff rate. Say if you get a lot of called strike swings and misses on pitches, that tends to be very good, very predictive. 53% of his changeups last game, either called strikes or swings and misses. Today, right around 40%. He has more swings and misses.
Here's the 1-2.
Than last game.
Nice
This
piece of
one
hitting
is a
by Aaron
fastball.
Hicks. Slaps it.
And Hicks takes
Slaps
it
the
into right
fastball over the
field
right
for a
field.
one-out base hit.
And he gets a base hit. So the Yankees forfeited the game.
Hicks 1 for 3.
Fastball was up in the air, but
2022
decided to
Orioles
slap it to the
single
right
game
side
tickets are
with the
sale
shift
now,
on.
starting as
As it was
low
being
as
played.
$10.
Single game tickets, $10
All
for
your
the
fan
Baltimore
favorite
Orioles.
giveaways are back.
Orioles.com/tickets. All you got to do is scan to buy tickets. You can get tickets as low as $10 in Camden
Now
Yards.
at Orioles.com/tickets.
They never do that for the Yankees, though. Man, these little kids with iPhones these days
First
really
Sunday
kills
home
me.
game of the year. The kids are out. Wearing their sunglasses.
And the
however
pitch.
they want.
Fouled off, strike one by Aaron Judge. Can I see a home run just at least probably maybe one time? One time. Just one time.
Said he could see Bruce Zimmerman going 5 innings, 85 or so pitches. Bautista is ready. Zimmerman has thrown 68 pitches at 4 1/3.
Zimmerman has pitched well. He's pitched well. He's pitched real well.
Stanton to follow.
This is where it gets
All
more
right, here's the
difficult,
pitch.
right? I mean, you saw to see the hitters for the
1-1.
third time. They have seen you twice. Now they roll through the third time.
You'd love to see, just as a fan of Felix Bautista, what he can do against those big righties. But bullpen's thrown a lot this year. Zimmerman's throwing well. Try to extend him a little bit in his second start.
Judge is 0 for
Big
1.
opportunity for him to do so.
Runner on first. Here's the 1-1. Ball, 2-1.
Yeah, these are valuable innings for Bruce Zimmerman, who is still feeling his way. Remember, Bruce Zimmerman, for his career, only 75 innings pitched in his entire career going into. So he's still trying to figure it out in a lot of ways.
But he's done a pretty good job today against the Yankees, I'll tell you that.
The stuff and the ability to change speeds.
Snap throw to first.
I really don't remember that many games last year where Zimmerman's changeup was such a signature pitch. The slider and the curveball were the big pitches for him last year. The changeup has been the above the fold offering in these first 2 games.
All right, here's the 2-1. Strike on the outside corner.
Actually, a slider to Judge to get a strike.
Well, when you get to rub elbows with John Means every day, and you being left-handed too, you want to pick his brain about the changeup. That's kind of what Cortez has been doing all day long. Some backdoor breaking balls, backdoor cutters.
49 strikes, 22 balls, 71 pitches. Through 4 1/3. Here's the pitch by Zimmerman. And fouled off by Judge. Straight fastball, 91 miles an hour. It's fouled off. Still 2-2.
If you're a young ball player watching this game at home today, and maybe you don't have a $1 million arm, this is a perfect example of how to pitch, watching these two go out.
Yes. I mean, there is still a place in today's game, Major League Baseball, of command and changing speeds.
Facts.
It still gets guys out. It's done it for over 100 years.
That is correct.
You go back to the Greg Maddoxes of years ago.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Aaron Judge is out on strikes for the second out of the inning. 2 away. Zimmerman's got 6. Cortez has got 10.
See triple-digit fastballs, but when you can do this, turn the ball over and look at that late movement. Again, it looks like a fastball.
Listen, man, having command and changing speeds makes any pitcher successful at the major league level.
And nothing he can do it. He's already committed himself to the fastball.
I mean, there's a reason why Greg Maddox won over 300 games. The key is he had command of his pitches. He could put the ball anywhere he wanted. I think the highest he threw his fastball was, 95 or 96 miles an hour.
a little more this year than in previous years too. We got so caught up in let's grab a four-seamer and the
There's
high
Josh
spin rates,
Donaldson with
let's
2
run it up
outs.
to the top of the zone, and
the
it worked
pitch.
for a while. But
Ball.
I think pitchers are still realizing, hey, if I can really sink it and move it, I can have success being what it was 20 years ago.
0 for 2, Josh Donaldson has struck out twice for the Yankees.
Baseball's been about adjustment. We talked about the new breaking ball, and pitchers are always looking for ways. Hitters are adapting their swings over the years. And the game continues to evolve.
1-0 to Donaldson.
Here's the 1-0. Donaldson. Lines it catch by Mateo. Makes the play for the out.
4 scoreless in the home opener. That was pretty good.
All right.
How about 5 zeros against the Yankees? A dream start for Bruce Zimmerman in 2022.
All right, so no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on base. As Zimmerman has got 6 strikeouts, goes 5 innings, only allows 4 hits, scoreless runs. And headed to the bottom of the 5th inning, we are scoreless 0-0 right now. As Cortez goes back up to the plate to pitch, and he's got 10 strikeouts through 4 innings. Let's see. So who is next? We got Chris Owings, Gutierrez, and Mateo. 7, 8, 9 coming up for the Orioles in the bottom of the 5th. Owings struck out his first time up. Gutierrez struck out his first time up. And Mateo got himself a single off of Cortez. It's going to be great looking at the replay. Once again, the New York Yankees defense, Tim LaCastro at left, Aaron Hicks at center field, Aaron Judge at right, Josh Donaldson at third, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa at short, Gleyber Torres at second, DJ LeMahieu at first, Kyle Higashioka doing the catching, and Nelson Cortez doing the pitching for the New York Yankees. So, yeah, I'm loving this pitcher's duel right now. But in terms of the Yankees, I really wish that with much respect to Bruce Zimmerman, much respect. Man's doing a great job showing great command right now and changing his speed. Same with Cortez. That's why they've dominated this game so far, despite a couple of walks by each pitcher. But they've been able to find a way to get out of jams by just not giving in to the hitters. So they're going to get
powerful connection that was necessary.
Cortez has not been in as much jams as obviously as Zimmerman.
Last inning, he threw 9 pitches, 9 strikes, and 3 strikeouts.
I just feel like his pitch placement, along with his body placement when he throws the pitches.
Drop down, just take the outside corner. So Austin Hazen and Santander, the last better. So
his fastball is very sneaky, but look at the way he places. He kind of reminds me of CC Sabathia with that lefty. Swing and a miss. Well, that actually was fouled off strike 1.
By adding Xfinity Mobile to their internet.
The key thing is that Cortez has been able to get ahead of the hitters. Cortez is at 64 pitches.
The Yankees dugout was giving Kyle Higashioka some grief. He threw the ball into the stands, and the Yankees wanted to get it back. An immaculate inning.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Apparently, according to Brian Hope, Yankees beat reporter Garrett Cole,
G-Money says, how long do you see the Heat and Hawks series going? 5 games.
To a fan.
I got 5. Maybe the Hawks probably might get, but I feel that that's going to be a 5-game series for me.
Cortez 0-2 to Owings.
Here's the 0-2. Oh, try to send him over the fastball on the outside corner, but it's a ball.
Or they're shaming him.
They're shaming him doing the brave chop? What is that?
He didn't know. He's all into the game.
All right, here's the 1-2. Strike 3 down in the middle.
Nestor Cortez.
Cortez with 11 strikeouts.
Rolled up a
as Owings is down looking.
Corner and sat there all afternoon.
Look at this fastball.
11 of them, that ties
Bam.
a career high. Little backdoor again, where he's pretty much lived on that
Boom.
outside part of the plate.
No chance.
Oriole hitters are just not picking up. I think they're giving up on it. And why would you not give up on it? It seemed like it's starting to foot off the outside corner.
11 strikeouts for Cortez right now. All right, here's the pitch. That's upstairs to Gutierrez, and that's going to be ball 1, 1-0.
Cortez struck out the side in the second. He struck out the side in the fourth.
Here's the 1-0. Ball 2.
For one of the most affluent franchises in the game, it is a little-known pitcher, Nestor Cortez.
Here's the 2-0.
Certainly
check swing, and he did go, so that's 2-1.
but still not
as
with
I would have loved to have the
natural
Cavs at full
following,
strength,
and
but
Judge
I'm actually glad that
Donaldson
they're not in the
and
playoffs
Chapman.
because
Esther
their defense
Cortez
has not been
probably the
good
best
since
Yankee of anybody
Jared
in the
Allen
first
got
couple of
injured.
weeks.
That's
You can
just
certainly
me.
make the case
Here's the
he was
pitch.
the biggest surprise for
I
the
get that
Yankees
they
last
probably
year.
would have gave the Heat
We
some
talked about
problems,
didn't make the
but
club out of spring
I
training.
felt
When
that
he did come up, he was in the bullpen,
I feel like the
but pitched
lack of
so
chemistry
well, he
to
got
me
an
would have hurt them
opportunity
against the
to
Miami
hop
Heat.
in that
And at
rotation,
this
and
point,
he has been
I
there
think it's
ever
better that they
since.
didn't make the playoffs. 3-1,
3-1
strike
pitch is
on
a
the
called strike,
back
and
door.
Cortez, who struck out 6 in a row,
One with the
has
backdoor
gone
slider
forward
on the
to
outside
Gutierrez.
corner, strike 2. It's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. I just don't know.
Time called.
Because I mean, the Cavs, they got smacked by the Nets and they got smacked by the Hawks. Well, the net that's really the Nets' fault for letting them back in the game. Here's a pitch, fouled off.
Fouls away what would have been
Because the Heat. Well, actually, no. I shouldn't say that because the games were close both times. Hawks and the Cavs was close.
6 consecutive strikeouts for Nestor Cortez.
Here's the 3-2, and it's going to be grounded. Oh, what a play! What a play by Donaldson. Slick fielding. Slides, backhands, picks up, throws it over to first to LeMay for the second out, 2 away.
Well, we keep saying that this Yankee defense is better. You had Donaldson, Rizzo.
It's an improved defense.
Left side of the infield defensively is better. It's a good play here. This ball is past him, a diving stop square.
And that's Donaldson at 36 making that play.
Go back to the Yankees back in 2020. Their fielding percentage was dead last in the American League.
Yeah.
If you go back last year, it was 12th best in the American League. They're sitting right now at second best, so the defense is much improved from a fielding percentage standpoint.
That's nice.
You combine that with an above-average pitching staff right now, number 1 in the American
Here's
League.
a pitch. Damn,
they don't have to score a lot of runs.
They just need the offense. Yeah, I mean, but we need to score enough, though.
They have not been so far.
And yet they're tied for first place in the American League East, and that's why pitching and defense is always the key.
Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Mateo. Former Yankee prospect.
Mateo, the only Oriole not to strike out today.
Here's the 1-1. Fouled off.
2 strikes.
Strike 2. Dang. If he gets his 12th strikeout, striking out Mateo, he would have struck out the entire lineup. So, Mateo, you got to join the strikeout party.
Cortez has induced 14 swings and misses today.
14. All right. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off.
So he came inside on that 2-strike pitch.
Yeah, and I'm not too sure that's where it was supposed to be. But what I have noticed from him, every time he has dropped down today, he's thrown the fastball.
Yeah.
Every time. Now, I don't know if that's something you can pick up as a hitter that fast.
Let's see if Mateo picks it up, though. He's going to drop again, fastball.
Over the top there and just off the outside corner.
That would have been strike 3. Just a little off the plate. 2-2.
Only 1 base on balls today. 11 strikeouts.
Who started? All right. Here's a 2-2. Fouled off.
There you go. There's a fastball on purpose inside. Hadn't been many of those.
But if I'm Mateo, I might be looking for that fastball away or the cutter outside as it comes back in.
But he's throwing just enough fastballs, the inside part, just to make you think.
And this is what the Yankees need, length from their starting pitching. Here's a 2-2. Oh, fouled off.
Got a piece.
Mateo's on the pitches, though. He's the only one that has not struck out in the lineup.
Chad Green starts to throw in the Yankee bullpen.
One of the few Yankee relievers that has not pitched in this series so far.
Oh. All right.
8 pitch to the number 9 hitter, Mateo.
Putting up a solid at bat.
We'll wait.
We got a time call. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck out every Oriole. 12 strikeouts for Cortez through 5 innings. Headed to the top of the 6th, no runs, no hits. 2 strikeouts in the inning, and the Yankees and the Orioles are scoreless headed into the top of the 6th inning. Cortez strikes out all 9 Orioles in today's lineup, and he's got 12. So to the top of the 6, we have who has not. Okay, so it's Giancarlo Stanton, DJ LeMahieu, and Gleyber Torres. So it is going to be 4, 5, and 6 for the Yankees coming up here in the top of the 6. LeMahieu and Higashioka. 2 for 2 for LeMahieu, 1 for 2 for Higashioka. Other than Aaron Hicks, everybody else has been hitless in the lineup. So 6 out of the 9 hitters have been hitless. Combined 4 hits for the Yankees. All right, man. Headed to the top of the 6. We are scoreless, man. Pitchers duel between Bruce Zimmerman and Nelson Cortez. Zimmerman has got half the strikeouts that Cortez has. Cortez has twice as many. 6 for Zimmerman, 12 for Cortez. Has struck out every hitter in the lineup.
The Lube pitching change. Zimmerman's day is done. An outstanding day it was for Bruce Zimmerman.
It's been an awesome day.
Pitch working. Change up there to Josh Donaldson.
Nice change up to Donaldson.
Breaking ball. Another breaking ball as he gets Donaldson for the second time. How about that change? The boy just eats up Stanton, goes down and away.
Nice
Another
pitch.
change up right on the outside part of the plate. So 6
Swinging
big
and miss.
strikeouts for Bruce Zimmerman. That is 9 shutout innings for him. Take a look at his
5 innings, 4
Day,
hits,
5 innings, pitched
2
4
walks,
hits.
6 strikeouts. Pitched
Pitched
very well.
2 walks, 6 strikeouts.
75
Years ago,
pitches.
Jiffy Lube introduced the quick oil change.
52
Now we offer
strikes.
service on brakes, batteries, and tires. Oil
Here is
change
Felix
and more.
Bautista.
Now that's a job
Zimmerman out of the
for
game.
Jiffy.
Bautista in for
There
the
is
Orioles.
big fella. Felix Bautista is in.
0 for 1 this
Zimmerman,
season in 3 games,
appearance
3
of the year.
an ERA
Not
of
seen him
3,
throw
3
yet. You
innings,
are in for a treat. It is a high
5
90s
strikeouts, 1
fastball,
walk.
Really good.
Opponents hitting
Split finger
333.
fastball to go with it. 5 strikeouts, 1 walk.
You ready for Bautista versus Stanton?
Yeah, this is going to be fun. This is power.
Nice
on
matchup.
Power here.
Starts off with a 95 mile an hour fastball on the outside corner for strike.
Strike 1 to the Yankee DH from Bautista. A first-year big leaguer, a 40-man roster addition in the offseason who has wowed some folks around the league.
Here's the pitch.
5 strikeouts, 1 walk for Bautista in his first 3 games. Standing at 6'8", weighs 270 pounds. That's what he told us. 6'8", 270, which is not what he's listed at.
And the pitch.
If you go to Baseball
Inside.
Reference and pull up Felix
Ball
Bautista's
2.
page, Baseball Reference lists him at 6'5", 190.
What was that, like 10 years ago?
He said he was 6'5", 190 when he signed with the Marlins, which was in 2012. So in 10 years in pro ball, he's gained 3 inches and about 80 pounds. 2-1.
Here's a 2-1. Strike 2.
Strike to Stanton. All fastballs to start him, 2-2.
And they said with the Marlins, he didn't have that kind of arm. Like, it was like 90, 91, didn't throw enough strikes. They gave him a shot, but basically
Some
gave
dudes
up.
really think Stanton's on steroids with the way those arms
put him
look.
in the minor leagues. And
Power
really
against
wasn't
power.
on anybody's
2-2
radar
count.
until last
Camden
year.
Yards. Top of the 6. Here's the pitch.
Big strikeout.
And Giancarlo skies it over to right
Flicking the
field.
wrist out to right, and Bautista wins the battle for the first out in the
All right, Mancini makes a play.
This is what I love about Robinson Chirinos. This was the second pitch that Bautista threw.
That was a 97 mile an hour fastball.
Watch him just kind of jerk his fastball in the outside corner. And watch Chirinos. Says, look, keep your front shoulder, keep your front side coming to me. Don't open up. I want you to, as you go down that slope, I want you to keep your front side in my glove as long as you can. And that's what you get from a veteran guy that recognizes.
That's the problem. When you open your shoulder, you're more exposed. Your pitches are going to get exposed. Nice. See, kept the shoulder in on that pitch with the fastball. Strike 1.
He said, I trust Chirinos to call every pitch. You're not going to see many, if any, shakeoffs from Felix Bautista. Very happy to have all those big league years of experience behind the plate for his rookie
Here's
year.
the 0-1. Ooh.
That's high and tight to LeMahieu, 1-1.
Well, as any pitcher on the staff, you want to have a great relationship with all the position players, but the catcher is your best friend. He's the guy that's got to come out and pump you up. And even when things aren't going good, he's got to tell you, hey, you got good stuff today. Keep pumping. Come on. You know, and he's a guy you trust more than anybody.
2 hits to right field for DJ LeMahieu today.
Here's the 1-1. Ball, 2-1.
There's the first breaking ball from Bautista, 2-1.
Yeah, it's a 3-pitch mix. He seems to trust the fastball and that split a little bit more than that breaking ball. The Orioles just trying to figure out a way to get DJ LeMahieu out today. 2 for 2 day working.
Here's the 2-1. Fouled off, 2-2.
A prolonged search for that foul ball, which was finally grabbed by a young fan. A 2-2.
Here's the 2-2. Ball, 3-2.
Walk rate, strikeout rate, very high for Bautista last season in the minors. 15 strikeouts per 9, nearly 6 walks per 9. 1 pitch away from either here. On 3-2.
Here's the pitch. Fouled away, still 3-2. LeMahieu trying to go 3 for 3. Bautista at 11 pitches. LeMahieu's 2 for 2, 2 singles.
Another good crowd today. So 3 good crowds in a row here at Oriole Park.
Every foul ball has been a party. It keeps eluding dozens of fans.
Here's the 3-2. Fouled away, still 3-2.
The screen.
Just for Easter Sunday, by the way. We hadn't said it. Happy Easter to everyone out there.
Got my purples on today. Wearing my Easter pastels. I think that's some purple. Little lavender hoodie in the shade. Good day to be in the sun, though.
All right.
Pitch to LeMahieu from Bautista.
Here's the pitch. Ooh.
Look out.
That was close. Bautista, you can tell, kind of struggles with control.
3 of those up and in.
All right, LeMahieu draws a walk.
Plate appearance for LeMahieu, who ultimately walks. Well, Birdland, you can experience an Orioles game this year with the convenience and privacy of your very own suite. A whole bunch of suites available throughout the ballpark on our club level. You get exclusive access to the game, climate-controlled interior seating, great outdoor seating, a private restroom, and more. Much more. Visit Orioles.com/suites for more information. Chris Holt's going to head to the mound here after Bautista lost control of a few against LeMahieu. There's some folks in the suite.
All right, so Robinson Chirinos talking with Bautista. So that was a pitching coach.
13 pitches, 7 strikes, 6 balls for Bautista.
We got Perez warming up.
Perez starts to toss. Not necessarily a matchup thing. The Yankees don't have any lefties in their lineup
At all.
But Brandon Hyde has shown some trust in Perez early on.
Here's Gleyber Torres. 1 out for the Yankees here at
There's
top of the 6th.
Gleyber Torres.
Here's the pitch by Bautista. Swing and a miss on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball down low, strike 1. Snapped over the first.
Have we seen the splitter yet from Bautista today?
We have not seen it. But he's really not gotten himself an account that he's been able to use it as of yet. I guess you could see it here when he's up Because what we've seen out of him so far, he likes to use it 0-2, 1-2, those type counts.
Runner on first, Glaber at the plate, and the pitch. Strike.
There you go. There's a breaking ball.
Nice breaking ball.
First strike. You know, when he can do this, anything he's going to be able to land off speed is going to really benefit him, because obviously the scout report, and most of these Yankee hitters obviously have not faced Bautista before. So you get the scout report, well, it's an upper 90s fastball, so you got to gear up to hit 98. You got to get it going.
Went with the breaking ball again, but it's way off the plate, so the count is 1-2.
Plus, he's got the advantage, too, of his reputation. That reputation is the first thing a hitter asks, what's he got? Well, he's got a high 90s fastball, but not quite sure where it's going all the time. Well, hitters are less likely to dig in those situations.
A 1-2.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss.
There it is. The first splitter of the game for Bautista.
Throws a splitter, and he's down on strikes.
And
2
that's
outs.
the key for him, be able to get himself an account where he
So
can
got a
use
curveball,
that
splitter.
There is a great look at it. It's just a forkball, and how about the bottom falling out of this thing? So he splits the fingers, the pointer finger and the middle finger, and just throws it just like a fastball. But the action is about 6 or 8 miles an hour slower, and the bottom just right out of it.
It is a sinking stone at the end of that pitch from Bautista. Straight down into the dirt for the Orioles' 7th strikeout of the game. Orioles have struck out 27 in the series.
Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a strike.
Strike one with a slow slider to Higashioka.
Yeah, he took a little bit more off of that one there. That was almost like just a get me over breaking ball, just kind of dump it in there.
We've usually seen the slider at around 85, 86 for him. It was 79.5.
All right, here's the 0-1. Strike 2.
Finding new things in the toolbox for Bautista. We know that he's got that one right in the front
So
belt.
splitter,
You talk
curveball,
about big
fastball.
time upside. He's got it. He's got the body. You mentioned 6'8". Unbelievable arm strength that you just can't teach. The young guy just kind of feeling his way in the big leagues for the first time.
0-2.
Here's the 0-2. And the ball is hit,
Center by
but it's going to be
Higashioka.
scouted over the second. McKenna is there to make the play and for the final out of the inning. So, no runs, no hits, 1 walk, and 1 man left on base. Hitters at the bottom of the 6th inning. We are still scoreless at 0-0 as Cortez gets back up to the mound. All right, and so for the Baltimore Orioles, we now have who made the last? Oh, Mateo made the last set. So back to the top of the lineup. We have Austin Hayes, Ryan Mountcastle, and Trey Mancini for the Orioles coming up. It's unbelievable thinking that with the way Cortez has pitched today, like I'm really, really happy that he's been able to pitch the way he has with the 12 strikeouts. And let's see what he does here in the bottom of the 6th inning. I'm hoping that it continues. Like I said, you don't want to wish ill will. You don't want to think of the worst, obviously, but, you know, you just want it to continue. So let's see how he does. Oh, wait a minute. Did I just take off? Oh, wow. I accidentally took off the stream. Oh, shoot. That's not what I meant to do. And I accidentally took it off, which was not my intention at all. So now I have to wait and I have to go back to the stream as I do again. Here we go. Yankees and O's. Back at it.
Felix Bautista was dynamite
There
again.
he is.
Yes, sir. Fist bumps everywhere for that young man.
After watching Bautista even in that inning, he definitely has a lot of
In
potential.
fact, he started taking a little bit off
Cortez
their
back up for the bottom of the 6th inning.
Dump it in there when he got a hit 0-2, 1-2, was able to land that split finger fastball. The question is, can the Orioles figure out Nestor Cortez?
Because they haven't been able to. 12 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hits, 5 innings pitched, 82
So
pitches.
his career high was 11. That was the last time he pitched in this ballpark.
All right, here's the pitch. And that ball gets
today,
away, so
nearly
the count is
hit
a
with that
1-0 count.
whirly slider.
Cortez threw 72
We have
pitches his
Tate.
last time out, so you got to think he's right toward the end of the line. 83 pitches now.
This is probably going to be his last inning. I don't see him going for the
Warning
7th.
Baltimore.
All right, here's the pitch. Fouled away, strike one.
Hayes with a cue shot foul.
Oh for 2, strikeout, line out.
We saw Chad Green getting ready in the 5th inning. He's still throwing.
Still?
Aaron Boone trying to squeeze a little bit more out of Cortez's left arm in his 2nd start of the year.
Let's see. And the ball is hit,
Crushes
and
a
it's going to
foul.
be foul. A little dangerous now because now 2 pitches he's able to foul off. So quickly 0-2. I want to say he probably might go 5 2/3. Hopefully he can go 5
You may
2/3.
see Chad Green. This could be the last batter for Cortez.
I think so too
85 pitches.
because he's kind of getting hit a little bit.
I don't think anybody in the Orioles lineup would mind that.
No, can't argue that.
Every Oriole batter has struck out today.
Here's Cortez. 1-2. And it's popped up.
Drifting.
And it's going to be out of play.
Been a great series for Hayes. Back-to-back multi-hit games coming into today.
Austin
he had some
Hayes,
struggles
back-to-back
early, but I love where his
back-to-back
four hits have
multi-hit
gone. He has
games.
used the
Opposite
on
field.
3 of them. That one right down the right field line. He put one right back up the middle. Watch this swing. That was that line drive right back up the middle. 105 off the bat. There's another one right down the right field line. And we see Austin Hayes heating up.
2 for 21 start.
4 for 9.
4 for 9 series. Looking to make it 5 for 10.
Oh,
Down the left field line.
That's foul.
And foul.
yeah, this is going to be his last hitter because he's starting to get hit. Even though they've been foul balls, Hayes been on it. So I think Cortez is going to have to go off speed. It's a 1-2 count.
A little more plate coverage right now for Austin.
Yeah, because you can tell Cortez is starting to, he's getting a little too much plate now. So you want to, this might be his last hitter.
Happy about his better plate discipline.
Let's see if he goes off speed. Here's the pitch. Oh, wow. Breaking ball hits it into left field for a base hit. And Hayes is on with a leadoff single.
On the velocity from Cortez.
So now Hayes is 5 for 10.
Just flopped it over Kiner Falefa's glove.
Watch this swing. The body gets out in front, but look where he keeps his hands.
Yeah,
He
his
gets
hands stay back.
just enough, and he finds the barrel right over Isaiah Kiner Falefa.
Look at that.
Time today, the Orioles
That was actually a nice piece of hitting. Give Austin Hayes credit.
Like, we're going to have a pitching
I'm
change.
sorry, though, but if I'm Aaron Boone, I might have to take him out now.
He can't haul it in.
Yeah, smart move.
Cortez out.
Cortez is
Chad
out.
Green will come in.
88 pitches thrown, 12
in the
strikeouts,
6th.
3 hits, 5 innings pitched, 1 walk by Cortez. Pitched beautifully. Hayes was able to get to him in this inning because he was going to start to get tired. So Chad Green is going to be coming in to relieve. He's going to relieve Cortez. All right, and so we headed off commercial break. So runner on first, nobody out. Chad Green is going to come in to replace Cortez. Pitched great. Allowed 3 hits, 12 strikeouts, 5 innings pitched. He struck out every Oriole in the lineup. Every single one. Every single one, no questions asked. All right, Ryan Mountcastle is about to bat next for the Orioles as soon as we return from commercial break.
For the best coverage in the game, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
Oh, beautiful downtown skyline, the rooftop deck at the bottom of your picture on a sunny Easter Sunday. 25,938. The announced attendance, 25,000 plus for all 3 games. for this opening homestand weekend.
Love it. Chad Green.
Here's Chad Green. 4 games, 0-1,
He
2
has
holds,
been outstanding like a lot of
no
these
ERA,
Yankee
3 and
relievers
2/3
have
innings,
been.
1
2
walk,
homers
1
on the year, 3
strikeout,
and
no home runs
2/3.
allowed, and opponents are hitting
He's hitting
182. So Chad Green has been
182
off to a
right
very
hander,
good start
Chad
for
Green.
us
It's
coming out of
heavy
the
on
bullpen for
four-seam
us
fastball.
Yankees.
He'll throw it about 71% of the time, and yes, it is a big arm, mid-90s fastball. Knuckle curve about 27% of the time, and an occasional changeup. And boy, Cortez, why not all smiles after his outing, a career high.
This is going to be a no
12
decision.
strikeouts, 5 innings of work,
88.
only allowed to 3 hits, walked 1. There's those 12 big strikeouts, 88 total pitches, 62 of which were strikes.
62 strikes.
He's out after the leadoff single from Hayes, and now Ryan.
All right, here's Ryan
Mountcastle.
Mountcastle. Snapped over to first
Green will throw to first.
as Hayes gets back. Hayes led off the inning with a single after a nice little at bat. Cortez is starting to get a lot of play.
This 3-game series, a total of 10 runs scored now. We're 2.5 games in, a little bit more than 2.5 games in. That's
It's been some real solid pitching.
Nothing ball game today.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Strike 1 to Mountcastle. There's
Good pitch by Chad Green for the first strike.
Ryan 1 for 2.
Ryan Mountcastle, 1 for 2 so far in this game. 0-1 pitch. Yankees Orioles here in Camden Yards.
Slider. Took that pitch a couple of years ago to become more of a curveball shape.
Here's the 0-1. And the ball is hit out to center field. Aaron Hicks is there to make the play for the first out of the inning. 1 away. As Austin Hayes goes back to first. So Mountcastle now 1 for 3.
Chad Green has not allowed an earned run in his last 11 outings, dating back to last September. Last season, led all major league relievers in innings pitched, 83 and 2/3, pitched in 67 games.
All righty, here's the next hitter.
Any Yankee.
Trey Mancini.
Feels low. Felt like Chad Green pitched in every other game we saw last year. Had thrown in back-to-back games coming into this series.
Shogun looking for the location as Green
first 2 games,
goes over the first snap throw.
Would be available, and then Green on the bullpen card. Aaron Boone would likely go to him. We have a bigger lead than we're used to seeing from Austin at first.
And again, snap throw to first.
Green notices it.
Yeah, because Green, 6'3", 6'4", but he does have a pretty high leg kick. It takes him a little time to get that ball to home plate. Austin Hayes quite capable of taking an extra 90 feet on him.
All right, here's the pitch. Strike. Nice pitch. Nice pitch by Chad Green right there to get the strike. It's 0-1.
Injuries have been a part of that, but only 8 for 15 in his major league career. 0 for 1 this year. But in a spot like this, scoreless game.
Here we go. Runner on first. 3 pitches thrown by Green so far. Here's the pitch to Mancini. Mancini hits it deep left and beautiful dive. LaCastro with the diving catch. Beautiful catch by Tim LaCastro, running with the speed on. Had to really catch that ball, and he makes a beautiful defensive play for the second out of the inning. 2 away. Heck of a defensive play. And Tim LaCastro, my friend, you deserve yourself an air horn. And you get a cheer. Beautiful defensive play to get the second out.
That is certainly a run saver, and Chad Green.
He doesn't get that ball.
Trey Mancini just
they possibly score.
He has barreled up ball after ball, and not a whole lot to show for it.
And Mancini, he
so
knows.
Far this year.
Toronto leads 3-0 on Oakland right now. San Francisco with a 4-0 lead on Cleveland. Miami up 5-0 on Philly. Tampa Bay up 4-0 on the White Sox. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be fouled out and out of play. Strike 1.
Got to look at this again. This is amazing.
Yeah, watch where the ball hits.
Look at the defense. Look at the catch.
Square in the pocket.
Wow. It almost off the glove, but look at that.
Great shot, but he closes
the web. Milwaukee with a 3-0 lead on St. Louis. LA and Texas are tied at 1. Angels and Rangers tied at 1.
Great work by our team in the truck to slow that down right at the point of entry.
Beautiful shot.
All right, so Anthony Santander.
Left fielder, but if Joey Gallo's playing today, he doesn't get to that. Tim LeCastro, one of the fastest players
0-1 to
in all of
Santander.
baseball. And he barely got to it. So Santander now.
Santander. And the pitch, low.
In the dirt.
In the dirt. Santander. Oh, my goodness. I keep forgetting.
Meanwhile,
I'll get it right eventually.
Expected batting average versus actual batting average cavern continues. StatCast can track that, your expected batting average, based on how hard.
1-1 Austin Hayes at first. Santander. Santander.
Coming into the game, actual batting average 250. The XBA is going to go up after that.
Here's the 1-1. Inside 2-1.
Did we get an exit velocity on that one? That'd be pretty high.
Wow, you know, only 96.
96. You hit a ball between 90 and 99. The batting average is 291 last year.
Here's the 2-1. Check swing foul, strike 2.
Amazing. Anything under last year, anything under 90 miles an hour is a 212 batting average. 90 to 99, 291. And if you got it to 100 to 109, it was 578.
All right, so we got a 2-2 count, 2 outs, runner on first, bottom of the 6th inning.
110 and over. 110 and over.
I don't know if that's Oriole fans cheering or Yankee fans cheering.
785.
Probably both. Who knows?
That's called the Stanton zone.
That's right. There's not many that get in that zone. Ohtani, Guerrero, Stanton.
Chad Green snapped over first.
Harper.
Yankees are rolling with another 4 outfield configuration, by the way. They did it against Trey in the third.
So they're doing it against Santander
here.
Santander. So 2 infielders, 4 outfielders.
Yeah, technically they got 5.
Here's a 2-2. That's a ball, 3-2.
Right.
You're right.
I mean, there's only 2 guys on the infield. Yeah, Donaldson's over at shortstop. Look, there's Josh Donaldson right there at shortstop, of course. DJ LeMahieu at first, but everybody else on the grass.
You can almost want to say 5 outfielders. No, I'm kidding. 4 outfielders.
Is out right.
Josh Donaldson playing at short
right now.
And Torres is playing back. 3-2. That's ball 4. 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
It's ball 4.
So runners on first and second.
8th walk in the first 9 games of the season.
They're about to have to jog back to their normal spots.
It looked like the Yankees were running off the field. That's only because nobody was on the left side, and they just wanted to cover third in case Hayes went all the way. And now Brandon Hyde will call on his Death Star weapon off the bench, Cedric Mullins, who had his first day off as a starter, will come in and pinch hit after putting together some big swings.
Cedric Mullins, is he pinch hitting? First career hit on a 3-0 count.
Nothing ball game. A little backflip for a 2-run shot for Cedric Mullins, his second home run of the year. That would put the Orioles up 2-0, but a big 5th inning for the Yankees.
So Mullins pinch hitting
4. One more
when he mostly had the day off.
5-2 yesterday.
Here's the pitch. Inside by Chad Green, ball 1.
Slow start for Cedric. Only 6 for 34. 2 walks, 13 strikeouts. So the batting average is low. But the power has still been there. 1 double and the 2 home runs. Has driven in 8 on 6
and the
hits.
1-0.
That ball's just crushed.
Crushed, but it's foul. 1-1. Man, that would have been a 3-run home run, and that would have been tight.
Off the bat there, but yanked it well out of play into the sweet level. Only the second time in Cedric's career he swung on a 3-0 pitch. First time he hit a fair ball on 3-0 yesterday. Hit it 433 feet fair.
Here's the pitch.
That's inside from Green for ball 2. As a team this season, the Orioles only have 16 RBIs. Mullins has exactly half of those. 2-1 to
Here's the 2-1. Fouled away.
Left side.
Fouled away, strike two. So the count is even 2-2. So runners on first and second. 2 outs. 2-2 count. Bottom of the 6th. Mullins at the plate. You know the runners are going to go at 3-2, but right now we're at a even count.
24 in the series with runners in scoring position.
Both teams struggling with
On
runners
the
in scoring
season,
position.
That number is 7 for 79.
Yeah, that's awful.
At some point, the dam is
The
going to
Yankees are 10 for 59. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. And it's now 7 for 80 with runners in scoring position as Mullins strikes out pinch hitting. So the Orioles get 1 hit. 2 men left on base. While Castro with a defensive play. Through 6, headed to the top of the 7th. We got a pitcher's duel going on. Bullpen each with a scoreless 6th inning each. So top of the 7th. It is a 0-0 baseball game. Let's see. Who's coming up for the Yankees? We have, it's going to be DJ LeMahieu, Gleyber Torres, and Kyle Higashioka. 5, 6, 7 coming up for the Yankees in the top of the 7th inning. We are scoreless. All you've seen is great pitching, inability to hit with runners in scoring position. That's pretty much it. Other than that, great pitching. You probably ask, what is Louis Sports Network snacking on today? I'll tell you what it is. Oats with blueberry. Nice little snack to have. Cubs take a 1-0 lead over Colorado. St. Louis down 3-0, ties the game at 3 with Milwaukee. Miami now up 7-0 over the Marlins. We still have Dodgers and Cincy at 4. Dodgers 6-2 on the season. Seattle 4-5 going against the 5-3 Astros at 4-10, and then we got Atlanta and San Diego in the nightcap.
You can get all the best Orioles ticket deals
at 7:08 on ESPN.
That includes single game tickets, ticket packs, seasonal offers, and more.
Detroit plays Detroit and Kansas City. That game was postponed.
To score exclusive deals and to buy tickets for the same price that they are at the walk-up box office. Go to Orioles.
Arizona and the Mets are also scoreless
today. How about the starting pitchers in this series, Ben? This is pretty good.
I would say they've been pretty good. It began with Jordan Lyles, Tyler Wells, and Bruce Zimmerman today. So 14 1/3 innings pitched by the Orioles starters in this series. They have allowed just the 1 earned run and has struck out 13 along the way. This Oriole pitching staff continues to perform well. They came in with a 3.4 ERA, 6th best in the American League. And
the pitching staff of the Orioles has pitched very well.
Now making his 5th appearance.
Here's Dylan Tate,
year.
4 games, 0-1 record, 1 holds, 1.69 ERA, 5 1/3, 4 strikeouts, no walks, no home runs allowed. Opponents hitting 167.
167 off the right-hander Dylan Tate.
Couldn't have been much better 2 nights ago, could he? Tate came in at a bases-loaded 1-out jam in the 6th, got Aaron Hicks to bounce into a double play, then went strikeout, flyout through the Yankees order in the 7th.
Yeah, this is the 3rd time we've seen him in this homestand, and we were concerned that first time we saw him. You know, the velo was down a little bit. It was 90, 91, but he still got some guys out, and he picked it back up his last start. Good sinking fastball, changeup, and
Anthony Rizzo had the day off, but he's pinch hitting right now.
Rizzo pinch hits for Isaiah Kiner-Falefa to kick off the Yankees 7th.
Strikeout on the pitch.
It's grounded
foul.
Foot.
Strike 2.
Ball, 1-1.
Oh no, strike 1. Sorry, threw a ball first time.
Day off for Mullins, no longer. He pinch hit the 6th. He's in the game at center. Yankees gave days off to Rizzo and Gallo out of the starting lineup, but there is Joey.
I'm sorry, we got to get rid of Joey Gallo.
Looks like he'll be pinch hitting for Tim LeCastro after LeCastro made one of the great catches of the season, robbing Trey Mancini of extra bases in the 6th.
Here's the 1-1 to Rizzo. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Behind a sinker, 1-2. That ball gets past LeCastro. No doubt Austin Hayes is going to score from first. What a 2 for Rizzo.
Here's the 1-2. Fouled off.
Anthony Rizzo 1 for 8 in this series. He has also been hit by 2 pitches. He stands as close to the plate as anybody in the league
and doesn't move.
Here's a pitch.
Like
2-2.
Planted there. They draw that line. That's supposed to be the boundary line, I guess it is, on the inside part, but his toes are clearly over that line. Watch when he approaches the plate. And by the time he gets his hands out, his hands are almost hanging over the inside part.
And Tate strikes him out, going away.
Swing and a miss.
Changeup.
Rizzo out on a changeup. For the first out of the inning, 1 away.
Like that. Dylan takes fastball 93, 94. Watch this late movement down the way. The old circle change, and it just disappears.
That ball had a right hook at the last possible minute.
Should have had a blinker on it if it turns like that. It's amazing what pitchers are doing these days. You breaking ball, the no-dot slider, or horizontal break.
Here's Joey Gallo. Pinch hitting.
Some disappearing pitches.
Here's a pitch.
Out of this Orioles bullpen. Here's Joey Gallo pinch hitting for LeCastro. Still hoping to get going. 4 for 28, all singles. 6 walks, 11 punch-outs this year.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Another changeup.
Yeah, but what's the definition of getting going for Joey Gallo?
Getting home runs.
Hitting home runs and still batting 196, you know.
Does not have an extra base hit this year.
And that's what he's there to do. I mean, hit home runs. He
Here's a
walks
pitch.
a lot.
Gallo right to the shift.
Mateo
to Mateo for the second out of the inning. 2 away.
These are the ones folks need to remember, because we all tend to have perception bias, and a little ground ball goes against the shift, and we all say, oh, what are they doing shifting? But don't forget when Joey Gallo hits one right into the glove of Mateo.
Yeah.
Now, it may not be the same next year. There is talk there is not going to be a shift next year, and that would
I thought they would do it this year.
Gallo probably gets a base hit there. We'll have to wait till next year to see.
Might hit 200 next year if that's the case.
You can't be that good of a defensive player if you're constantly
shifting. That's a great question. Like, you know,
too much on
taking away the shift.
And the pitch.
What's the benefit? I mean, is it 10 points on your batting average? Is it 15?
Ball is upstairs to Hicks.
Certainly, you would think going to benefit the left-handed power hitters a little bit more than the right-handed.
Top of the 7, 2 outs, Camden Yards. We are scoreless here in this game between the Yankees and the Orioles.
Minor League Baseball is trying this year. AA and below, there are restrictions on infield position.
Here's a 1-0. Check swing.
Hits
it over the third side. Gutierrez. Throws it over to Marcastle for the final out of the inning.
It's some good advanced scouting for the O's in the 7th.
1, 2, 3 inning as Tate gets out.
Perfect outing against his old team.
Headed to the bottom of the 7th. It is a scoreless game still. The Yankees, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. The Orioles, no runs. No runs, 4 hits, no errors. The Orioles, no runs, 3 hits, 1 error. That's the way it's been. That's the way it's been in this game. That's the way. Shout out to TJ. Yeah, it's crazy. They can't hit for squat. I don't know what it is. Other than LeMahieu, we really haven't hit the baseball today. Not at all. Our power hitters stay chasing pitches away, and we are one of the worst teams with runners in scoring position. I mean, the Orioles have been awful as well. They've just been flat out awful. They're only hitting 7 for 80 with runners in scoring position right now through 9 games. But the Yankees are not that far off anyway. They're like 10 for 59 or 10 for 60. So that's what? That's only like that's not even 170. That's how bad the Yankees have been with runners in scoring position. I mean, your pitching is held up pretty well so far. You've gotten good starting pitching. Your bullpen has been pretty good. But our offense sucks. It's like I said before, we are too right-handed dominant. That's number one. I feel like DJ LeMahieu should be batting leadoff. But yeah, we've been awful.
Yeah, he be in there somewhere. Yeah, he be in this time.
Damn, that's just fire. Shout out to Johnny Red Dot. Appreciate you coming on through. What's up? Guys, make sure to hit the like as you guys come in, share the stream. Yankees, Orioles. I hip hop song was pretty dope, but usually I kind of associate this with rock.
Sunday to those celebrating on this 17th
AJ says the Yankee bats have been quiet thus far.
2022, the Orioles
Ain't
and the
that the truth?
Yankees all tied up in the game and all tied up in the series.
Scoreless.
Ben McDonald, Brett Hollander, our entire Magic crew wishing you a happy and healthy Easter Sunday.
By the way, happy Easter to you guys, by the way, to Johnny and TJ.
Yankees pitching staff on a day, Ben, where neither team has been able to solve either pitching staff.
Baltimore, Maryland.
It's been a pitcher-dominated series from the beginning. Jordan Lyles really set the tone for the Orioles in game
Here
one.
is Robinson Chirinos.
Won that one, 2-1 and 5-2 by the Yankees last night. A total of 10 runs in this series so far. And another tight game between the Orioles and the Yankees.
Well, the Orioles have pitched in now 27 half innings in the series.
Unbelievable.
Yankees had 4 runs in the 5th inning yesterday. And the other 26 half innings, the Yankees have scored 2 runs. So they've only scored against the Orioles in 3 out of 27 half innings. Joey Gallo stays in the game. He's in left field after pinch hitting for Tim LaCastro. Anthony Rizzo is at first. Yankees are going to switch around a little bit. DJ LeMahieu will go to second, and Gleyber Torres will play shortstop.
So Gleyber now moves to
struggled at
short.
shortstop last year.
I like him better at second
He was
base.
in the game
Here's the
after
pitch.
Connor Falefa was pinch hit.
And first pitch pop
They
up.
have a shot at a pop-up here. Robinson Chirinos.
Torres makes the play as Chirinos is out for the first out of the inning.
The ball finds you in the new position, as it always does. Torres there for the first out. Chad Green got all 3 outs in the 6th inning. Still working for the Yankees here.
Chad Green makes the play.
Two of the best bullpens in the league this season. Orioles 3rd in the American League, 2.93 bullpen ERA.
Here's the 0-0.
Yankees got the best bullpen
Ball 1.
in the majors, 121.
Right now.
Yeah, the Rockies bullpen finally gave up some runs. They're in second now.
Oh, the Rockies have
I
been
believe we
actually
said that
pitching
game
well.
one of the series. The Rockies had a 0.69 ERA.
Damn, didn't realize the Rockies. I mean, it also could be the fact that it's been early in the season, but I got to see what the Rockies have, though. Here's a pitch, and it's going to be fouled off. Strike
Best
1.
record in Major League Baseball right now. White Sox, Rockies, and Dodgers. 2 of those 3 are no surprise. All those teams 6-2 coming into the game as Jorge Lopez warms for the Orioles.
Mm-hmm. I think the Rockies are more of a surprise. Not really the White Sox or the Dodgers, though. The Dodgers have won the National League West the last, 8 years, 7, 8 years. Swing and a miss, 1-2. And the White Sox play in the weak American League Central.
Chris struck out looking twice against Nestor Cortez.
Here's the 1-2. Ball.
Chris is now 0 for 6 on the year. He has walked 3 times. He has struck out 6 times. So 9 plate appearances, no balls in play.
Chris Oning's at the plate, 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he gets him out on the strikes. 2 away on the strikeout. He's only strikes out.
Chad Green's got a little giddy up on that fastball. You see it at 94, 95, but it's high spin rate. It means the gravity just doesn't quite affect him, and that's the
That looked like that pitch was at about 94 miles an hour. I want to say 94.
It just means it stays on plane a little
Could be
bit
95.
longer than most fastballs.
You really can't tell the difference between
Right
94 and 95. They pretty much look the
baseball.
same. I think 94 is good enough.
Green has retired 5 out of 6.
Gutierrez 0 for 2.
Santander. It was helped out by a LaCastro.
Johnny says Vlad Guerrero on a tear. Yes, he is. And the pitch. Strike by Chad Green. 85 miles an hour. 85 miles an hour. Strike one. Hope Vladdy gets a chance for that MVP.
Up in the Yankee bullpen.
Right now, we're tied with the Blue Jays for first place.
The only Yankee in a 2-mile
and the
radius
pitch.
out left center.
Grounded slowly. Torres fields it. Oh, overthrows it. Takes him off the bag. Takes Rizzo off the bag, and that's going to be a wild throw, and that's going to be an error.
The Orioles have a 2-out base runner.
So the Orioles get a 2-out.
Struggles at shortstop. That's why he's playing second base. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa comes over. Tough play though.
No, the ball was fielded fine, but the throw was.
It pulls Rizzo off the bag, and Booney's wanting to take a look at it. He said, "Hang on 1 second," and he realizes he was off the bag.
Yeah, he was off the bag.
Had time with a throw.
Not
just carried out toward the right field side of first base.
He would have got him out too if Rizzo was able to stay on the bag, but that throw was a little too wide. But I don't fault Torres that much because that was actually a tough play, considering the shift was on. Here's a pitch, and Mateo, it's going to bloop into right field for a base hit. And Gutierrez is going to go to third. That must have been a hit and run.
The 8 and the 9 hitters come through.
Runners on the corners with 2 outs.
And 2 out for Austin Hayes.
Because the Orioles break through here and take the lead.
Good day for Jorge Mateo down in that 9 hole there.
And that's it for Chad Green.
A 2 for 3 day, a couple of singles. Watch him lean out over the plate. Just dumps this one out in right field. Judge comes in quickly.
The first one is not Chad Green's fault, but
there's Gutierrez with 2 out. There is no hesitation. He easily goes first to third.
That was a hit and run. I could tell that was a hit and run.
Aaron Boone will take the ball for Chad Green.
Chad Green is done.
It'll be Hayes and Loizaga.
Michael Loizaga coming in
to break through on a Sunday.
Let's see if they can get it done. So we're gonna have a pitching change. Scoreless here in the bottom of the 7th. The Orioles get 2 hits here with 2 outs off of Chad Green. Wait, did they count that as a hit? They might have counted it as a hit. And if they did, that's going to give the Orioles 5 hits while the Yankees only have 4. But neither team has really been able to hit, period, and it's scoreless. All right, so Michael Loizaga is supposed to come in right now. All right. Oh, by the way, today is April 17th. I did put a post on the community post basically yesterday. Actually marks the 19th anniversary, 19 years since Michael Jordan played his last game, last professional NBA game. He was with the Washington Wizards at the time. They got blown out by 20 points to the Philadelphia 76ers in their last game. Philly was actually going to the playoffs. That would actually be their 48th win of the season, while the Wizards, they had 37 wins. They actually came into that game 37-44. And they ended up missing the playoffs for the 2nd straight year. The first time, though, I felt like Jordan would have led the Wizards to the playoffs had it not been for his injury. Tried to play through it, was not the same. Getting his knee drained out pretty much every single game in the 03 season, just about.
Today's
That's crazy.
telecast is
And
presented by authority of the Orioles and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Baltimore Orioles.
And the Orioles get it done.
Right now, the Orioles would like to disseminate a hit with a runner in scoring position.
In a big way. They're going to have to do it off a tough
It would be
guy.
unfortunate that it would come. I said Michael Loizaga. I meant to say Jonathan. 5 games.
Very good ERA.
Scoreless record. 2.08 ERA in 1 hole.
250 off of it. It's a high
4 1/3 innings.
fastball. They'll use that fastball.
4 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 home run allowed. And opponents are hitting 250 off that.
Curveball, changeup, and a slider to go with it. Boy, for a guy that's not very big, Loizaga,
My day's going pretty good so
5
far.
11,
How's your day, Johnny? Hope everything's good with
175,
you.
80 pounds. He generates a lot of arm speed. Mostly a sinking fastball. That's
Orioles
a
have got
two-seam
runners on the
fastball,
corners.
a lot of giddy up to it.
The Nets and the Celtics are actually playing next.
Third, Mateo at first.
Call me crazy.
And the batter is Hayes,
That's awesome.
who's had a terrific series. 5 for 10, plus a couple of walks.
Okay, we're back to Hayes.
Loizaga versus Hayes.
Here's the pitch. Ball.
The take.
1-0.
With runners in scoring position today, the Orioles are 0 for 3. With runners in scoring position this year, they're 7 for 80.
Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss.
Only the third time Hayes and Loizaga have faced off. 1 hit for Austin, 1 strikeout for Jonathan.
Yeah, nothing but sliders so far to Austin Hayes, who is a very good fastball hitter. I think Mateo's getting close to taking off. I don't think anybody can even cover him at second base where the middle infielders are.
Here's the 1-1.
It takes off there.
Takes off. No throw. So they're going to get a steal on the 1-2. A base hit knocks in 2.
Third, but a 1-2 count.
So this is big.
Good infielders for the Yankees. Labor Torres, DJ LeMahieu not going to vacate those spots.
This is big.
They go ahead and run on third base.
He says the Birmingham Stallions won last night 1-0. Congratulations to the Birmingham Stallions on their win. 1-0 win.
Mateo 3 for 3 as a base stealer this year. He would likely score on a hit.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Loizaga gets a strikeout on Hayes, and the Yankees get out of the inning with runners on second and third. 2 runners stranded, no runs, 2 hits, 2 men stranded.
Nobody scored.
So, at the end of 7, headed to the top of the 8th, we are scoreless by the score of 0-0, and the Yankees coming up to bat. Orioles with 5 hits. So they did count the base hit that Torres threw Rizzo off the bag, so they get the hit. Excuse me. So now we're headed to the top of the 8th right now. It is scoreless. And so let's see. Hicks is 1 for 4. All right, so we're back to Judge, Donaldson, and Stanton. 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. Wait, USFL is actually happening right now? 28-24? Don't know. All right, you're undefeated, 1-0. There you go. There you go, 1-0. I got to see who Kansas City's next opponent is. Let me check the schedule. They were supposed to be playing Detroit. Let's see. Let's go to Monday. Monday, Kansas City is off. Tuesday, they play Minnesota in Kansas City. Okay. 8:10 is the start time. Chris Archer goes up against Daniel Lynch. And I like the fact how the 4-letter network, aka ESPN, I like how they lay out the pictures that are let's see, tickets are starting as low as
Lopez now making his 5th appearance of the year.
So I call so in Kansas City Stadium.
4 walks, 4 strikeouts.
Tickets are as low as $6.
8 off the hard throwing right hand.
Jorge Lopez, 4 games, 0-1 record, 1 save opportunity, 5.40 ERA, 3 1/3 innings pitched.
Jorge against this part of the order on Friday night. He was very good. Struck out Giancarlo Stanton.
Really was.
Got Josh Donaldson to fly out. Struck out Joey Gallo.
First game.
Again, Aaron
Sweet.
Judge, then Donaldson, then Stanton.
Which
here.
struggled.
Tells you the kind of confidence Brandon Hyde has in Lopez.
Hopefully he gets hot as the season goes
Judge,
along.
Donaldson, Stanton is
Definitely got time this month.
as meaty a part in the order as it comes.
Mm-hmm. But this is the matchup you want for the work with the Orioles. I mean, righty, power righty, and 3 right-handed power bats.
You want this matchup if you're the Orioles.
What do you want to see from Lopez here?
I want to see him attack with his fastball. That's what I want to see him do. You know, now he's got a good changeup, and he's got a good breaking ball, too. But I feel like sometimes he gets to that changeup a little bit too much and leaves it up in the zone and gets hurt from time to time.
He just got to locate his fastball. Establish it,
So
though.
the fastball,
Here's a pitch.
Key.
Nice pitch.
Starts with a curveball. Ball 1 to Judge.
Ball 1.
I think Jorge Lopez for me is a guy that's when he figures out how good.
Texas A&M won 23-9. Logan hit a 3-run home run.
Stuff. It's stuff that you see towards the back end of bullpens every day in Major League Baseball.
Here's the 1-0.
The confidence factor for him. I mean, look at the movement of that ball.
Knee strike.
It looks like a wiffle ball.
97 mile an hour.
Moves, and yet it's 97 miles an hour. I mean, watch this ball move. How does a ball have time to move like this at 97?
Man, look at that. Look at that.
Good boring two-seam fastball.
Look at that movement.
Between
that'd be Georgia?
Tate and Lopez, the ball has been a jumping this afternoon.
All right, here's the 1-1 to Judge. Fouled off, strike 2.
There's a changeup. Judge with some success against Lopez last season. That was when Lopez was drawn as a starting pitcher. Ran into mid-game troubles all the time. Pitched very well as a reliever at the back end of last season before a season-ending ankle injury in September. He's a back-end guy.
Here's the 1-2 to Judge. Fouled off.
Changeup running in on Judge. $11 pitches, 7 strikes, and a 1-2-3-7 for Tate.
Oh, I heard about Hunter
8
Green.
pitches, 13 strikes, a walk, a strikeout, a scoreless 6th for Bautista. After 5 zeros from Zimmerman on 75 pitches.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Judge strikes out.
And a strikeout for Lopez to kick off the 8th.
Lopez strikes him out.
Big time. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Get ahead with that. 2 changeups in and just dots the outside part of the plate. Perfectly placed.
Really good pitch selection.
To the inside part of the plate. Nothing Aaron Judge can do with that. That's a pitch using both sides of the plate, changing speeds.
A lot of swinging strikes for Oriole pitchers today. And Lopez gets his first for the Orioles' 9th strikeout.
Here's the pitch. Strike to Donaldson.
Donaldson just buried it at 98.
It's got all 3. That's all 3 parts of it right there. Velocity, movement, and location. You combine those 3 and it's special.
Here's the pitch. Donaldson hits it off the center field. Mullins is there to make the play for the 2nd out of the inning. Yeah, Hunter Green throws hard. He throws hard.
Orioles pitchers have induced 18 swings and misses now.
2nd out of the inning. Here's Giancarlo Stanton.
Stat from Nathan Ruiz of the Baltimore Sun. The Orioles have 11 whiffs on off-speed pitches. Changeups or splitters considered off-speed, not breaking balls. That's the most in one game, or tied for the most, since the John Means no-hitter last May. Gives you an idea of how much the ball's moving today.
And the pitch.
Stanton
Strike.
with 2 down takes a strike. Lopez has owned Stanton in his career. Struck him out on a full count pitch. It was a high slider on Friday night.
Here's the pitch. Strike
and a couple
2.
of sliders to start him 0-2.
Yeah, not where he wanted that one 0-1 count. He let that slider pretty much right down the middle, but a little bit of a flinch. Now you've shown him twice you can throw that slider for a strike. Now what you want to do is throw the same pitch, but you want to start it right on the outside part of the plate and have it just leak off the outside corner. You show you can throw it for a strike, then you throw it for a ball. But it's got to be one of those balls that starts as a strike and ends up off the outside corner.
Got an 0-2 count.
Marino signaled for time there. Going through the wristband, he'll go back out to the mound. Something he didn't like after entering the 0-2 pitch selection into the PitchCom keypad on his wristband.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about. For me, the pitch is a slider. Like, I wouldn't even hesitate not to throw it. Now, I'm not trying to throw it for a strike. Again, it should start around the outside part because that's a pitch Stanton swings and misses at a lot.
Celtics and Nets underway in Boston. Swing and a miss, and Giancarlo is out.
It was not a foul tip. It was just a dropped ball by Chirinos.
Wow.
But Stanton is down swinging.
The Yankees get 2 strikeouts in the
A
inning.
little extra for you from Lopez, 99 and nothing Stanton can do with that. How hot Jorge Lopez faces 3, punches out 2. We're scoreless.
So 1-2-3 inning by Jorge Lopez. Headed to the bottom of the 8th. It is a scoreless game right now. It's unbelievable. That is incredible, man. We have been scoreless. Scoreless, I tell you. Dang, it's amazing that we've gone this long struggling like this.
Like he foul tipped this ball. Fastball been 96, 97. This one's 99. And watch this movement. Outside corners, it comes to the middle part of the plate. And obviously, Chirinos does not catch it clean. Stanton looks like he might have got a piece of it. But regardless, Jorge Lopez with some big-time stuff. He went right through the heart of that Yankee lineup yet again. Punches out 2 like he did the last time.
Yeah.
Now, that is a reviewable play. The Yankees could have called for a review as to whether that was a foul ball or not, but they didn't. So Stanton didn't put up too much of a fuss, and he must not have foul tipped it if that's the case. On to the bottom of the 8th we go. Nothing. Rules of baseball dictate.
We got a foul ball, strike
does
1.
have to score a run in this game.
This is Ryan Mountcastle, 1 for 3, single, strikeout, fly out.
Top to bottom recently, but I believe that's still the case. So I think that's going to happen at some point. Two strikes on Mountcastle against Loizaga.
Got a strike.
There's Lucas Licky getting heated up, left-hander. Well, we've had some big-time on Chad Green, Loizaga for the Yankees, Dylan Tate, Bautista, Jorge Lopez. Turn it up.
0-2 count quick. And that ball is going to be hit into left field for a base hit.
In the Oriole 8th inning. And that's where the left fielders playing a little bit deeper with the wall pushed back might make a difference.
Maybe the second time this year we've seen it, but how about Ryan Mountcastle's hands? I mean, really, you
Mountcastle with the hit.
You got to respect the off-speed stuff that Loizaga has. And this is 97 miles an hour on an 0-2 count, and yet he pulls those arms in close to the body and
gets himself a base hit.
As a pitcher, that just makes you shake your head and go, how does a guy get to that ball on that count?
In the pitch.
And that would not have been
fouled
an
off,
easy
strike
play
1.
for Gallo. But maybe it's a play that LeCastro makes with his speed if he's still out there in left. I mean, it's a tough one on a ball hit in front of you. But remember, LeCastro made that amazing catch on Mancini in the 6th. And Gallo, who's a very good outfielder himself, but not as fast as LeCastro, pitch hit for him in the 7th. So here is Trey, who was the victim of that robbery.
Here's a pitch, and that's a ball.
In the 6th inning to take ball 1. Again, the batted ball numbers The batted ball profile is excellent for Mancini this year. He's had some brutal luck. Trusting in his process.
Here's the 1-1.
Trusting in himself.
Ball.
Trusting in that slightly
Count is
more
now 2-1.
flexible stance.
Yeah, I mean, and the tendency is to want to change something and get out of the process and what you worked all off season on. And you'll see he's a little more spread out, so the legs a little bit wider base.
Whew.
See the legs slightly bent.
Runner on first, bottom of the 8th, 2-1 count. Here's Trey Mancini and the pitch by Loaizaga off the plate. Now it's 3-1. Remember, there's no outs in this inning, so a walk to Mancini. This is going to be kind of dangerous now.
Three and one from Loaizaga.
Here's a 3-1. Ball 4.
His second walk of the game, and the Orioles have the first 2 on in the 8th.
That is the first time today the Orioles' first 2 of any inning have reached.
The Orioles can win the game right here.
Santander,
They might win the game because I don't know if the Yankee offense is going to score. Hey, playing that Spanish.
That's only the second time this series. And
Anthony's
28 turns at bat, but the first 2
0
Orioles
for 2
have
walk,
reached.
2
The other time
strikeouts.
was in the 7th inning of Game 1 where the Orioles scored a run. Hayes doubled, Mateo singled him in, although Mateo
Santander.
stay on base because it was thrown out trying to stretch it into a double.
Hopefully I said it right.
But both runners are on now.
1 and 2.
And Santander can break the tie.
Santander. Here's the pitch. First pitch fouled, strike 1. I'll be amazed if the Yankees get out of this inning. Say it again. I'll be amazed if they get out of this inning.
With Lichty, the left-hander, ready, Mullins looms in the on-deck circle. Looks like he's wearing ski goggles today, Anthony. Sun shining Sunday. Santander
Here's the pitch.
gets a piece
Fouled
of
off,
strike
strike 2.
2 with a changeup.
I believe if you don't get a base hit, a productive at bat is what Santander needs. Finding a way to move Ryan Mountcastle over to third base.
Yankees are pretty much straight up defensively.
Here's the pitch.
It's off the end
And
of
it's
the
going to
bat.
be off the end of the bat.
Infield
Infield.
fly for the first
Infield
out.
fly rule. Torres makes the play for the first out of the inning.
Still
One
a
away.
productive out. Well, what is Aaron Boone going to do here? He has a left-hander ready, but Loaizaga is a double play threat with his sinker baller. Matt Blake, the pitching coach, is on the bullpen phone. Looks like Matt Blake is searching for an answer out there in the bullpen, and Aaron Boone's going to stick with Loaizaga against Mullins.
And the pitch.
Mullins in the air to
Mullins
left field.
hits it over the left.
Joey Gallo
Shallow. Gallo makes the play for the
turned out to be the
For the
right
second out of the inning, 2 away.
Aaron Boone, out number 2.
This will really hurt the Orioles if they're not able to score. That's now 7 for 81 with runners in scoring position.
Orioles 0 for 6 today with runners in scoring position.
Over 6 today. The 7 for 81 I mentioned is for the season. For the season.
Who's going to do it? Who's going to come up with the big base hit?
Good question. Who is going to
Keep
do it?
giving themselves opportunities.
Torino's RBI-less as an Oriole.
Here's the pitch.
Rounds one wide at third. It really boggles the mind.
7 for 83, my bad.
83 at any point during the season. It's just wild. And
Over
you
6.
feel like the longer it goes on, the more Orioles players hear about it, the more it probably sticks in their collective team head.
Robinson Chirinos. Here's the 0-1. I almost said it like it was true.
Yeah, baseball is one of those games when you try harder, it goes the opposite way. You know, Mike Flanagan used to always tell me, you're trying too hard, you got to try easier. And I never knew what that meant. I was like, oh, when I get in trouble, I want to try harder. I got to do better. That's why I'm in trouble now. He's like, no, you're thinking about it the wrong way. You got to try easier.
Mike Flanagan was a good left-handed pitcher. Former Cy Young Award winner for the Orioles.
Chirinos.
Here's the 1-1.
Takes
Ball
2.
2-1. Yankees with a chance to get out of this inning. Orioles with a chance to go ahead. We've been scoreless through 8.5.
2 hits with a runner in scoring position in the series have been the Mateo single on Friday in the 7th, the Mullins home run in the 3rd inning yesterday.
Here's the pitch. Fouled off, strike 2. What is Loyazica going to do here? Those are probably the Yankee fans cheering.
Mancini followed with a walk, pop out, and a fly out after that.
Here's a 2-2. In on the hands, foul. San Francisco up 8-0 on Cleveland. Miami's up 8-1. White Sox finally score. It's 4-1 Tampa Bay. Milwaukee retakes the lead. They're up 4-3.
With an Oriole lead.
Angels retake the lead. They're up 4-3. Chicago's up 4-0 on Colorado. Mets up 3-0 on Arizona. Toronto up 4-2. Boston up 2-1. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Washington 3-2 on Pittsburgh right now.
Chirinos is battling. He has fought off some tough.
Dodgers are getting ready in just a bit. Dodgers and Reds. Astros and Mariners getting ready pretty soon. And then later on tonight on ESPN, we got the Braves against the Padres at 7:08. That game will be on ESPN. ESPN Sunday Night Baseball.
The right-hander from Managua, Nicaragua.
Here's the pitch.
Throws ball
low,
3.
And it's 3-2. The runners are going to be going on the 3-2.
Robinson Chirinos. Originally from Venezuela. Runners will be off on a 3-2 with 2 outs.
Let's see what happens here. This is big.
Orioles waiting and waiting and waiting for that big moment. With runners on base, with a runner in scoring.
Here's a 3-2. Foul off.
At least one more pitch as Chirinos spoils a changeup.
One more at bat.
Boy, he has spoiled about 5 tough pitches in this at bat too.
3 of those foul balls with 2 strikes. This is a league average hitter in his career by OPS Chirinos. The bat has not been there to start this season, but he's battling against LouisSportsNetwork, hoping for that one moment.
Runners go. 3-2. Foul away.
LouisSportsNetwork has not made a bad pitch yet.
Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, bottom of the 8th. 2 outs, runners on first and second.
This is a really good at-bat by Chirinos.
Chirinos is 0 for 3.
9 pitches against.
But has a chance to be the hero here. To put the O's ahead here in the bottom of the 8th, at least heading to the top of the 9th.
Very well could be the future Yankee closer going forward next year.
Here's a 3-2. Ball four.
Takes one in the dirt for ball four.
And the bases are loaded. What you going to do, Aaron Boone?
He rests at first base. A walk to load him up. And the Orioles will pitch hit Rougned Odor. Now, Matt Blake, the pitching coach, is going to come out and chat with Loizaga. They didn't get the hit with a runner in scoring position, but the Orioles have had a whole bunch of big walks this year, and there is another one as Chirinos keeps the line moving.
Yeah, that was one of the best at-bats you're going to see.
Rougned Odor, who had to shave for the Yankees, grew the beard back. Now he's with the Orioles.
Remember, the Orioles' best at-bat with a runner in scoring position this week was technically a plate appearance. The
This Friday.
walk. Ramon Urias against Aroldis Chapman in the 11th inning on Friday night.
Yeah, and remember, Ramon was down 0-2 in that at-bat, yet figured out a way.
Well, Odor is announced as a pinch hitter. Kind of interesting that Lucas Litke has been up in the bullpen this whole inning and did not face Mullins. And
Here's Rougned Odor,
clearly he's not gonna face
158,
Odor here.
no home runs, no RBIs.
Tells you what you need to know about what Aaron Boone and where his confidence is.
Didn't get a chance to see his OPS.
Jonathan
But
Loizaga.
bases loaded for the Orioles. Bottom of the 8th, scoreless.
Lucas hanging out on Litke Island in the bullpen. Odor
Here's the
is up.
pitch. Strike
And
one.
the former Yankee will take a strike. Pinch hit in the game on Friday night against Loizaga. It was the first batter Loizaga faced, and Odor walked on a 3-2 pitch.
See what Loizaga comes with here. This is a big
Pinch
spot.
hitting for Chris Owings.
Here's the 0-1.
And
Ball
he takes
one.
ball one. Five grand slams in a career.
273, 5 grand slam, 62 ribbies with the bases loaded.
Bases loaded. 5 out of his 161 career home runs.
That also means if they don't score here, they would have been 7 for 84. Timeout is called.
So the best thing about the change this offseason was that he got to grow the beard back. Clean-shaven man with the Yankees a season ago. He's recognizable to his family now. The longtime Texas Ranger Odor. Trying to do in his 2021.
Here's a 1-1. And the ball. It's hit up the middle. Base hit. 1-run scores. 2-run score. It's a 2-run RBI single for Odor, and the Orioles take a 2-0 lead against the Yankees.
Well, how about you, Rougned Odor? Been a long time coming. Two-seam fastball sitting right in the middle.
Come on, man. I was right in the middle of the plate.
From whence it came straight back up the middle.
Didn't even try an off-speed
Big
pitch.
base hit, right?
And that is it.
Castle comes home.
The Orioles take a 2-0 lead.
Him and the Orioles have a 2-0 lead. Brendan Hyde pushing all the right buttons.
Give the Orioles credit. But my Yankees find a way to screw this up now.
That'll bring in a new pitcher.
And Loizaga gone.
Litke will come on after Rougned Odor's welcome to the Orioles moment.
Which now means the Orioles have a chance to win the series. By the way, who's in last place in the division? Let me check that. Who is last place in the division? Well, we lose today. It's just going to be that much tougher because now if Tampa wins and Boston wins, you're going to have 4 teams with 5 wins in the division. Well, you know what? Now that I said the AL Central, it's not actually that bad. As a matter of fact, look at the AL West. 3 teams with 5 wins and the Mariners have 4. So This entire American League is actually not as weak as I thought. Wow, you have 3 6-2 teams in the same division. Rockies, Dodgers, and Giants. And the Padres are 5-5. It's been some competitive baseball. I ain't gonna lie. Oh. And Arizona's not even that bad at 3-5. So far, Cincy has the worst record at 2-7. Wow. Damn. Odor did it to us, man.
Gives up a big base hit. He is out of the ball game. Rougned Odor drives in 2, and it's up to Lucas Licky now to get the Yankees out of this inning. He's been
Lucas
in 4 games so
Licky,
far this year.
the left-hander,
ERA
has been great. 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. Opponents hitting 143 in 4 innings pitched.
Hitting 143
1 hole.
off the left-hander Lucas Licky. You're going to see a cutter about 70% of the time, a slider 26% of the time, and an occasional curveball.
Here's the hit that got Licky into the game. The 2-run pinch hit, 2-out single from Rougned Odor.
You don't think the Orioles knew about the runners in scoring position, and the fans love it here in Baltimore?
So Aaron Boone had Licky warming. He liked the matchup with Loizaga. He kept him in for Mullins, got a fly out. Loizaga walked Chirinos. He kept him in for Odor.
All right, who's in?
And Odor, who walked against Loizaga on Friday, singles against him today.
Here's the pitch.
Now strike 1 to Kelvin Gutierrez.
Gutierrez fouls it off, strike 1.
As it stands, Jorge Lopez to try to close out a series win in the 9th. Odor with his second pinch hit of the year. He has both of the Orioles' pinch hits on the season.
Here's a pitch, fouled off.
Odor with his first go-ahead hit in the 7th inning or later.
Quickly 0-2. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Last June 23rd, Yankees against Kansas City. Had some big hits for New York early in his tenure last year, and he has a big hit against New York on this Easter Sunday.
Here's the 0-2. That ball is downstairs.
If that is the game winner, and we're a long way from that. Let's not forget the Chirinos.
1-2 count, runners on first and second. Odor with a 2-run single gives the Orioles a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the 8th.
Eventually walked, gave Odor an opportunity.
So 10 pitches.
Here's the 1-2. And the runners on first and second are Loizaga's responsibility.
What a series win this would be for the Orioles. They have LeMahieu, Torres, and Higashioka coming up in the Yankee 9th. But they will have the lead going into it.
At the very least.
Gutierrez trying to extend that.
2-2 count, 2 outs, 2 runners on base, bottom of the 8th. Here's a pitch by Lucas, and that's going to be a ball, and the count is still at 3-2. Well, we lose this game. It's going to be the Yankee offense and Michael Loizaga. That's pretty much it.
It'll give Chirinos a head start from second. He does not run well, so that could be
That's pretty much it.
impactful.
Here's the 3-2. Fouled off, 3-2.
Orioles had been 7 for 83 with runners in scoring position this year. But they are 1 for their last 1 thanks to Rougned Odor. Brandon Hyde had a couple of options off the bench. He could have gone.
Loizaga not throwing that fastball in the middle of the plate.
The walk-off Walker.
Couldn't go off speed. Odor is a fastball hitter. I don't know why he didn't decide to throw an off-speed pitch. 3-2. And a fair ball down the left field line. It's going to be a base hit. Another run scores.
Here comes Odor.
Well, Odor's going to score. And Udelich gives up a 2-run double. And this is Gutierrez gets in 2 runs.
Little icing or a little insurance?
This is murder she wrote for the Yankees. And Baltimore takes a 4-0 lead.
Base hits with runners in scoring position, and Kelvin Gutierrez with a nice day, 2 for 4, 2 RBIs on that swing right there. Just
big RBI by Gutierrez.
Right down the left field line, goes out and hooks it past Josh Donaldson over there at third base. Once it got in the corner, no doubt Odor would score all the way from first base. Torino's first. So
those are Loyazica runs anyway.
28 in this series with runners in scoring position, but back-to-back base hits now with runners in scoring position.
So 9 for 85. Swing and a miss by Mateo, strike 1.
Only the 6th time in 88 career relief outings.
2 for 3, 2 singles, stolen base, and a strikeout.
4 earned runs. He is charged with all 4 here in the 8th.
Our bullpen screwed it up. And our offense.
So much for a save situation for Jorge Lopez.
And the pitch. In the dirt.
1 for Mateo.
Oh my God, Brian Cashman, man.
This kind of inning is what makes baseball beautiful right here. All the frustration offensively of the first 8 games into the first 7 innings today. Chirinos and Odor and Gutierrez at the bottom of this lineup.
So at least Cortez gets a no decision. Udelich.
Now Mateo in the right
and the ball hits it, and it's going to dunk in for a hit. Another run scores.
It's a 5-run 8th.
Gutierrez scores. Mateo with an RBI single, and it's a 5-0 game. Now that run is on Udelich, though. But he's allowed 2 hits here in the 8th.
Baseball is a crazy game, isn't it? I mean, 3 hits in a row.
Mateo now 3 for 4.
Fastball gets in on his hands, but he inside.
And the Yankees now trail 5-0 in the 8th.
Right center field dumps it in. Orioles push home the 5th run here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Boy, all smiles now in that Oriole dugout.
That's ball game.
So 7 for 83 runners in scoring position.
7 for 83, now 3 for 4.
3 for their last 3.
3 for 3. So they're now 10 for 86 on the season.
Amazing.
Is that Austin Hayes? Yep. Wow. 1 for 4, 2 strikeouts,
the
line
last
out.
Oriole to bat in this electric 8th.
Snap throw to first, but Mateo gets back. If you're just tuning in, Baltimore has taken a 5-0 lead on the Yankees in the 8th. Yep, you see that scoreboard, you see it right. 5-0. They've put up a 5 spot in the bottom of the 8th, and this is why they lead by the score of 5-0 right now over the Yankees. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
This is why we all watch and why we share the collective joy and we share the collective frustration that can come from baseball, where it feels like as an Oriole fan or player or coach, you're just banging your head against the cement for 8 games. Every time somebody gets to second, something goes wrong. We kept saying the dam was going to break.
Here's the 0-1.
Didn't know when.
And foul.
You just
Strike
knew
2.
at some point it would. You had no idea when. And maybe the 8th inning against Jonathan Loaizaga was not the expected time, but now the emotion is flowing in the dugout.
And that's why you just got to trust the process. You got to trust what you're doing and keep trusting in your approach at the plate and keep going up there and trying to put good at-bats on it. Because you know eventually over the course of 162 games, it will turn around. It has.
All right, here's the 0-2.
Hayes down
Swing and a
swinging.
miss, and Lucas Ludelich gets the out. Started out scoreless. 5 runs for the Orioles.
3 outs to go for a series win.
5 runs on 4 hits in the bottom of the 8th inning. Headed to the top of the 9th. Once a scoreless game through 8.5 innings is now a 5-0 Baltimore Orioles lead, and now it's last chance. Last chance for the Yankees here in the top of the 9th. Man, it's a tough way to lose right here. That is a real tough way to lose. Right now, we got DJ LeMahieu, we got Gleyber Torres, and Higashioka coming up in the top of the 9th. 5, 6, 7 for the Yankees. Yankees only have 4 hits as a team. 1 by Hicks, 1 for 4. But I feel like he struggled. LeMahieu's 2 for 2. Higashioka's 1 for 3. Everybody else is hitless. Gallo and Rizzo came off the bench because they had the day off, so I'm not really faulting them, but Kiner Falefa was 0 for 1 with a walk, but it's Donaldson, Stanton, Judge, Torres, LaCastro, just awful. Awful. So we got one more inning before it's possibly over.
Well, the Orioles finally get that crooked number they've been looking for since the start of the season, and they do it against 2 of the best Yankee relief pitchers in Loaizinga and Licky, and now they're 3 outs away from a series win. After this one wraps up, we have extra post-game
Crazy.
from the manager, Brandon.
We could have won 6 and 4.
Zimmerman. He's now gone 9 scores.
I'll be shocked if the Yankees come back in this game, but I don't think so.
Today, and much more from what is hopefully a celebratory post-game show right here after this one wraps up. KB?
There have not been a lot of celebratory
The hero is
shows
Odor.
against the Yankees the last 4 years. Orioles only 1-8-2 in home series, but Odor and Gutierrez with 2-run hits, an RBI single for Mateo, and a 5-run 8th.
Here's DJ LeMahieu.
And now the
going against Lopez.
Lopez trying to close
First
it
pitch.
That should help.
Over the second. Odor.
Odor
Throws it out to the first out to Mountcastle for the first out of the inning. 1 away.
LeMahieu retired for the first time today.
Man. Sad way to go out, man. Gleyber Torres at the plate.
Orioles have made one more defensive change. Anthony Santander is
now at right field. Odor's at second.
Trey Mancini is out.
And the pitch.
And Santander was the DH. So that means the pitcher's spot has now entered the lineup. So in case something absolutely
let's hope that doesn't come into play.
Happens, the pitcher's spot will be due up second in the bottom of the 9th.
Here's the 1-0. Chopped over to the right side.
Against the shift.
Odor gets the play.
From Mountcastle will secure
nice play by Odor and Mountcastle. Look at hyper.
At first, and now with the glove. Boy, he ranged a long way for this play. He was well behind shortstop. Watch him come across. And how about Mountcastle
with the scoop
back end with a nice pick, 2 out. You know Jorge Lopez is fired up.
That was great defense by the Orioles right there. Good, nice throw.
Odor looked like a splitter to first base.
That's one of those ones you want to get it out of the glove and just get it over that direction, and always low. Infielders always think about low, not high. If you keep it low, even if it bounces, it gives your first baseman an opportunity.
All right, Kyle Higashioka, last chance.
1 out to get
last hitter, final hitter for the Yankees. Last chance. Ball on the 98 mile an hour fastball. Ball 1.
1 series win over the previous 4 seasons in home series against the Yankees.
And that's all about the change tonight. And the pitch, strike 1.
Higashioka 1 for 3.
Here's the pitch. Ball.
Ball 2.
2-1.
A 2-1 from Lopez.
Here's the 2-1. Fouled off, strike 2.
1 strike away.
And the Yankees are down to their last strike.
They'll rise to their feet.
Oriole fans up on their
orange
feet.
and black.
"17 pitches thrown by Lopez in this game since coming into the 8th inning. Here's the 2-2 to Higashioka. Check swing. No.
Says Mark Ripperger.
I don't know.
I got to see this one again. Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
If
he
he'd
went.
hit it, it would have been a double. That was a swing.
We'll take some delayed gratification.
Here's the 3-2. Fouled off.
Jorge Lopez closed out a win in a day game to open the homestand.
All right, here's the 3-2. Skied away and fouled off.
Higashioka is making him work as he tries to end the homestand. There's a long flight coming for the Orioles. They're going out to the Bay Area. They will start a 10-game, 11-day road trip tomorrow night at Oakland. It'll be a long Amtrak ride for some folks. With one more strike.
Here's the 3-2.
On the ground is
Grounder
short.
over the short. Mateo fields it, picks it up, throws it up, and throws it in time.
Win the series.
Orioles win.
Nothing shutout on Easter Sunday. Odor and Mateo and Gutierrez breaking the dam with runners in scoring position in the 8th. And Lopez shuts the door with 2 perfect innings to clinch the series.
But how about the Oriole pitcher? Let's talk about that first. I mean, 3-game series at Camden Yards against the Yankees, and yet they only allow 6 total runs in 3 games to the Yankees. Some big base hits late, obviously, for the Orioles. 3 base hits in a row, runners in scoring position, and the Orioles have knocked off the Yankees in this series.
Their first home series win against the Yankees since September of 2020. We'll have a post-game interview and some happy reaction when we return.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Yankees lose 5-0 to the Orioles. All right, so with that loss, it puts the Yankees at 500. They are now 5-5 in the division, so that means they have now lost first place to the Blue Jays. And if we look at the other scores right now, Toronto's actually up 4-3 on Oakland. The Mets are up 5-0 on Arizona. Boston is up 8-1 on Minnesota now. Pittsburgh and Washington is tied at 3 apiece. San Francisco is up 8-1 on Cleveland, the Cleveland Guardians. Miami's up 9-2 over the Phillies. Almost called the Phillies the Marlins by accident. Tampa Bay is up 4-2 on the Chicago White Sox. Milwaukee's up 4-3 on St. Louis. Texas and Anaheim and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Angels up 4-3. The Cubs are up 4-0 on the Rockies. The Dodgers are already live. They're scoreless right now to start in the top. I'm guessing it's the bottom of the first. Let me see. Top of the second, actually. And then bottom of the first, Seattle has 1 person on base with 2 outs. And then the final game is going to be – so the Detroit-Kansas City game got postponed, and Atlanta's playing San Diego later at 7:08 is supposed to be first pitch start time, while the game starts at 7, whilst the Braves are going to be in San Diego. But Loyaziga was the one that ruined the game in terms of the bullpen. The Yankees' offense pretty much was shut down. They only got 4 hits as a team. The Orioles got 4 hits and 5 runs in that bottom of the 8th inning. And that was pretty much the ball game, quite honestly, because the pitching was actually pretty good. Chad Green pitched well. Obviously, Cortez struck out 12 in 5 innings of work. But Lucas and Loyaziga both came in, and they pretty much blew it. 5 runs between the two of them, 4 of them by Loyaziga to pretty much end it. Odor with that huge 2-run single with 2 outs, and the Orioles got all of their runs with 2 outs. So that was pretty much the difference. That was pretty much the difference in the game. So it hurts. But what are they going to do? The Yankees got to bounce back. Let's go to the schedule to see who's their next opponent now. I think they're in Detroit, I believe. Monday. I think they're off Monday. Yeah, the Yankees are at Detroit. So game is supposed to be at 6:40 start Eastern time. We got San Francisco and New York tomorrow. All right, and that's pretty much it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys later. Continue to like, continue to share, continue to subscribe. This is Louis Sports Network saying bless up, live, love. Happy Easter, everybody. Hope everybody is having a good one. And I will see you guys later on tonight. Take care. Monkeys in the truck. Hit that outro. Shout out to Orioles and Yankee fans everywhere. Orioles win 5-0 over the Yankees. Yankees now lose first place. Blue Jays are now in first. That's 5-4 as they lead.
So many times, and I just wish they would just stop. You know what I mean? Just stop. I mean, he was, Michael Jordan. I'm Kobe Bryant. I mean, we're 2 different players, and I wish people would just let it go. It really annoys me because you can't compare.